All right. Welcome back, everybody, to BSL Group D. We had a little bit of a hiccup there with the internet, but we are back and ready to get underway here shortly. We are still on the first set of the night here. It's Razz versus Zin in a PvP best of three. Zin taking game number one of the set so far with honestly just kind of like a relentless two-gate like harass opener, and ended up kind of throwing Raz for a loop. Had an unfortunate supply block, and things kind of just carried from there. But yeah, um,
Yeah, I think in first game nerfs, and we will see a different Razz in the second game. Is his map of choice, and I think he'll become more prepared in that match than the first one.
yeah, I think so too. At least the game, now should hopefully be on his terms. He'll be able to pick the map. He'll make whatever adjustments he's got to do to get the win out. So yeah, we'll see. Um, but yeah, still just setting that game up, and then obviously later on, we're gonna have a TVT between Tarson and WolFix. Definitely looking forward to that one. Tarson's kind of an older favorite, been around for quite some time from Poland. WolFix as well. I see him kind of playing a lot in the CPL leagues, and he's really been putting in a serious amount of hours lately. So yeah, kind of excited to see of the Terrans too who's going to move on in that match as well.
Yeah, and then knowing how much Zero loves his TVT groups, I actually had installed a catheter just for this stream today. So it's going to be TVT 4 or 5 hours non-stop. So I don't have to use the bathroom. I'm ready.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, being a Terran player yourself, I think if anyone's prepared to sit through long series, it's probably you.
Yeah, my girlfriend was asking why there was one diaper shorter in the bathroom, and I told her I didn't know anything about it.
Oh my gosh.
She has to look better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Oh, that's too funny. How do you think Tarson versus WolFix will match up? I mean, you've obviously played against both those players quite a bit, TVT.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird to use the term up and coming, but like I know Tarson and WolFix have been playing a lot more lately than they used to do, and I think both streams and they're both coming from the Warsaw LAN, I think. Didn't they both go? So
yeah, I think they did.
Two active players spelling out. I think I faced Tarson actually in also League 16 or 17 in one of the rounds. It was no easy match.
Yeah, it never is with Tarson. He's kind of got a style of his own. Looks like
WolFix I've never actually played against that much. Usually when I play against Tarson, Bonnet is there WolFix. Bonnet is there as well. Okay. In the 2 versus 2. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, looks like map choice is going to be Radeon by Razz for this game number 2 here. Both of our players are ready to go, so let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 of the PvP between Zin and Razz. And spawning, bottom right side of Radeon as the red Protoss, it's red Razz.
And in the top left corner, we have Zin, 1 foot closer till the winner's match.
So it's a 4-player map. We saw 2-gate out of Zin game 1. It likely wouldn't be the right choice here for game 2, though. If he had map hacks and knew he was spawning cross map or whatever, but he might also just switch it up and go like a standard 1-gate gas opener as well. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it looked like Shin wasn't actually sure which map it was. You can see he sent the probe quite high,
I noticed that too.
Either that or he did like I used to do, you often do. Like I think I'm bottom left or something, and then I started placing my buildings. I was like, oh, I'm top left.
Yeah, I'm top left, not bottom left. Oh, I do that sometimes too. So everything's just so, you know, muscle memory. You're not really thinking a lot of the time.
All the location looks the same, so.
Yeah, true, true. Well, it's actually, you know, going to be a scout at the same time for each. I know how last game... Ooh,
both cross spawn?
that would be weird. But that's exactly
crazy.
What's going on. Yeah.
Is that normal? Like...
Oh! He's
no.
Razz moved to the top right. I guess he didn't expect the cross spawn. Meanwhile, Zin just going completely cross map. Did open 2 gate.
But he didn't. He met the probe in the middle. Why?
I don't know. He just must have. I don't know. Must have assumed it was coming from top right somehow.
Yeah, it's a big brain play from Shin right there.
Yeah, it's not gonna pay off for Razz there. Hopefully he scouts top left and not bottom left with that probe now. That would be hilarious if that happened. Looks like Jin moving out with the first zealot. Actually, just going to hold the ramp and wait for 3. Razz, however, will be able to scout this coming. And it is cross map on a big map, right? Like Radion. It's going to be a serious trek for these 3 zealots to move. Core is already complete here for Razz. No zealot, so it's a
the zealot will be popping out shortly, I think, because I saw it was 16, 17, and this time Razz didn't supply block.
He actually canceled the zealots. He actually only made a single zealot, so no pressure. That feels like advantage Razz then.
But it doesn't look like Shin is making more zealots either. I think he stopped at 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think Jin stopped and only made 1, and so there should be, you know, faster core here for Razz. He's not, you know, wasting money by building that second gateway so early and not utilizing it. But still, it's quite a bit of like distance, natural to natural. So I don't think Razz can really counter.
Probe came in. Oh, fast citadel from Razz. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I'm not. Why? Like, why would you not just go Robo? I don't know. Maybe it'll work, but...
Depends if Shin is going straight Robo or he's making the range, but he's not started his range yet, so this looks like he's going to be a Robo.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's going to be a Robo. He's getting his 4 Dragoons. Let's see if the Robo gets built here.
It looks like
not built yet.
This is fast DTs. He's cutting a lot of... And it looks like it's going to be a Nexus from Shin.
Before Robo? Maybe Razz's build will have a shot then.
Yeah, no range, no Robo.
I've never seen that. No range, no Robo?
Razz, he made the range though, but if he's showing these salads too early, I think that's like a dead giveaway that you're making DTs because you're spending your gas on something else. And Shin kinda saw that he didn't make the initial salads, so why would he make them now later? And the 2 first DTs are on the way, and still no Forge or Robe. There has to be a Forge or something in Shin's space, or else it's just straight up dead.
Yeah, we still don't see anything, not even a Forge. Range just now starting from Zin. But here comes the 4 Dragoons. Razz gonna need to sit back, hold his ramp until these DTs pop out.
I'm not sure why he was standing below the ramp though. Like
faking an expo, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
DTs get scouted, so well done here from Razz. Oh, that's a Forge going down inside the main. He's gonna have to give up the natural. We see the Nexus get canceled here. Robo also being produced.
Yeah, this is going to be close, but you can see like the cross spawn. Yeah, I think Shin is fine because he's buying so much time with the units in the middle.
Yeah, he really is. I'm surprised he even moved out with the Dragoons. But yeah, 1 DT going to continue moving ahead here. Decent trading for Zin. He did a good job just focusing those Dragoons down of Razz. There we go. DT starting to do a little bit of damage to that first Dragoon holding the ramp. One going to fall. Oh no, can't quite slip by, and the cannon's just barely going to get up in time here. Oh, are you kidding me? He didn't attack the DT.
And there's no cannon in the main. That's GG.
No cannon in the main. GG is called there. And Razz actually going to take a tricky play and end up coming back in the set to tie it up 1-1. Wow, I mean, you kind of said it from the start. You were really happy to see that Citadel. I did not think that was going to work at all.
Well, that's such a prowess move, though. Like, there's four Dragoons on the ramp. The cannon is 99% finished, and Razz is like, "Yeah, I'm going for it."
Just why not? I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? You lose a DT, I guess. But
a Terran would have backed off and like, "I'm going to need this DT for later."
Yep, I would have too. I definitely would have backed off as soon as I saw the cannon starting to finish. But nope, just walks right by it. Ends up being the right call, and yeah, takes a pretty good win there against Zin. So yeah, obviously that's going to tie it up. 1 apiece for both these folks. Zin going to now get map choice to kind of end the series. So that's definitely something that's heavily like a strong favorite in a best of 3 like that. And yeah, map going to be Apocalypse. So very similar to game 1's map in a way. No ramp leading from main to natural to defend or whatever. But still, old favorite.
Yeah, this is like a 2-gate opener map as well.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no, because of the no ramp, for sure, leading to the main 2-gate can be very strong here.
Can I just shoot in that I don't have in-game sound, David? I didn't have that for last game. Okay.
No worries. But yeah, folks, our players are ready to go here for game 3. So let's go ahead and jump into game 3 set between Razz and Zin on Apocalypse. And spawning top center as the blue Protoss once again, it is Zin.
And in the bottom right corner, we have Razz pulling one back and tying up the series 1-1.
Yeah, suddenly it's, obviously tie game between these two. Anything's possible. We've seen the 2-gate opener twice now out of Shin. I wonder if we'll see it again. It's kind of my first thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's how you get 2,300 on a ladder. You just open up 2 gates and then go for it.
Just every single game. When I think of Protosses that open 2-gate a lot, I definitely think of Bonneth PvP. Bonneth is very good with 2-gate openers PvP, and I feel like does it more often than I see other high-level Protosses PvP, for sure.
Yeah, he was doing it quite a lot. So much that Quark made a thread on Team Liquid and breaking down the build, teaching him to the others how to perfection the Bonnet 2-gate build.
Okay, I didn't even realize that. Wow.
But you are correct. It's a 2-gate opener again from Shin.
I mean, last game we saw Razz not open Zealot, despite it being a 2-gate. It paid off because it was cross-map. But this game might not be so lucky. And actually, we're seeing Jin scout bottom left first. So it might be Razz that gets away with first scout finally. And yes, he will. It's going to be a correct scout here. Core already on the way for Razz. Assimilator mining. So yeah, looking like a pretty standard 1-gate open here. Would really like to see the Zealot, and he's going to need a pylon here very soon.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it looks like he's forgetting the pylon again. We need a new pylon like yesterday.
Yeah, like right now.
And Shin also had a better probe split in the beginning, like he was fast mining. So he put down the gate maybe like 5-6 seconds faster than Razz as well. So his Salus is super fast.
And yeah, we're seeing the first 3 Zealots here from Jhin move out. Zealot has started here for Razz. Second gateway about to complete. He's gonna need a couple of Dragoons here. He needs it now. He needs to be building Dragoons now. There we go.
It's
yes,
not 5 Zealots like we saw in the first game though. It's just 3. It looks like.
Yeah, 3 Zealots is pretty tricky to handle, especially when they're already on your doorstep and your first Dragoon just arrived. But here we go. It's all going to be down to control here. Razz doing a good job burning off the shields of that first Zealot so far. But here we go. Zealots are splitting, trying to get a good surround on this first Dragoon. Also starting to harass the mineral line. Good probe pull from Razz. Not really taking any significant damage on that worker line thus far.
Yeah, it looks like Jhin is really focused trying to damage the Dragoons. He didn't really go that hard for the probes like he did in the first game. And I can see Razz only lost 1 probe, which is really good for him because he's already cutting a lot of probes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
He's going to need to, build a few more probes here. We're seeing him down 4 workers already. And like you said, only a single probe was killed. 4-gate Dragoon out of Xin. This is just like a gut call, I guess?
He also has 4 on the gas. Is that normal for this build? It's just... do you mind?
I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't look like that's a messed up gas or something, but maybe he knows something I don't.
Yeah, and Razz, he's playing completely blind right now. He doesn't know what the follow-up for this 2-gate opener is. And more often than not, I feel like you kind of play DTs after this as well. And this is Razz's window, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got the range advantage. He should know he does. So he's got to pressure it before range kicks online here for Jhin. Also, if he pressured, he might have a chance of scouting these 4 gateways. But no, Jhin... I mean, he's just not even trying. He's got the range advantage. He need to be pushing in there.
Yeah, now he needs to rely on the ramp advantage because like he doesn't really know that it's 4 gates yet, and Jhin is producing Dragoons so fast right now.
Yep, hasn't built a single probe past 18. Oh, big stutter miss there from Razz. Still no range for Jhin here, so if Razz does this right, he should get the better trade.
I think Jhin should have the range quite soon, but slight advantage for Razz, but yeah, range is done.
Range did complete. And yeah, it's 4-gate Dragoon versus 2-gate Dragoon.
I think now Razz might realize that something is up. Like, how does he have so many Dragoons?
We're seeing the Robo being produced inside the main here. Oh, Dragoon just stuttered at the bottom of the ramp. Does get picked off there. A little unfortunate. And yeah, this is just an inevitable wall of Dragoons here that's going to be coming out of Xin. Okay, this was a good trade for Razz there, using that high ground very well, focusing the initial Dragoon. But it's the follow-up here from Jhin. He's just got the numbers he needs.
Yeah, I think when the second wave hits, it's going to be endgame damage for Razz. It's going to be, what, 7 against maybe 6? 8 against 6?
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, even making a Zealot too.
Well, it can absorb some of the damage, but... And this is so crazy as well. If a DT had popped right now, but...
Yeah, exactly. After showing DT the previous game too, Jhin is just not concerned. No fear.
I'm not sure if you had a time for it as well. Like, he saw the kind of damage he did with the Zealots, and it was just like, no way you're going DTs this game as well.
Yeah. So here we go. Jhin moving in, has the numbers, scouts out the shuttle. Oh man, just great targeting on top of each of these Dragoons from Razz. Going to target down the shuttle there very quickly. Ooh, shuttle gets out with almost no HP. And Razz trying to surround with probes, but yeah, just too much.
attack was like 30 seconds too fast for Razz. If the Reaver had been out, there might have been a chance, but just didn't have the numbers.
Yeah, just unfortunately didn't have the numbers he needed to do it. So Zin going to be the first winner here in Group D for today. We'll be moving on to the winners finals for Group D to face off against the winner of our next set, which is going to be Tarson and WolFix. I know we talked about that one a little bit earlier, but yeah, completely going to be changing gears here into TVT. Between two of the best players, so it should be pretty cool. Razz obviously still not out of the group yet. He'll be moving down to the losers match to face the loser of the next set as well. But yeah, should be good. I think we're gonna go away here for just a couple minutes, folks. Take a quick break. And then we'll be back with some more BSL Group D action.
Otworzyć naprawdę i wtedy zrozumiesz. Otworzyć się naprawdę. Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać. Rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański. To terror ma narzędzia do tworzenia pomyłek. Rozkładam taneczki. Zabijam obsa. Przeciwnik gra w ciemno, zgaduje. Dobry teran nie zgaduje. Musisz się otworzyć naprawdę i wtedy zrozumiesz. Otworzyć się naprawdę. Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać. Rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański. Urojenia teranoidalne. Lekarz kazał przytakiwać chłopakom jak majaczą. Ale nie, no powiem tak, to niesamowite, że teranie wszystko wygrywają. I ktoś jeszcze ich majacze nie traktuje poważnie. Zjeść ciastko i mieć ciastko, poświęcać ulty na haras i wygrywać na środku. Musisz się otworzyć naprawdę i wtedy zrozumiesz. Otworzyć się naprawdę. Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać. Rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański. TEDR, nie zgadzam się.
Welcome back, everyone, for some BSL19 action. Group D here. You're joined by Machine and Medinho for today's broadcast. We just saw a pretty epic PvP with the Chinese player Xin actually winning out versus Razz in a close series 2-1. And next up here, I'm glad we got Medinho on the bench because it's an epic TVT between Tarson and WolFix. And yeah, I'm going to need to pick that TVT brain of yours throughout this set, I'm sure.
Yeah, did we just crash again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Nope.
Oh, did we?
The Discord picture froze.
Yeah, Discord and the stream. Are we still live or? Okay. Okay. All right. Just a little bit of some technical difficulties, folks. We're going to try to get things back on track here shortly.
Yeah, we're suffering from that Chinese lag. TR12 stream.
Yeah, the TR12 stream. I love it. Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah. Just a big black screen at the moment, but we're getting it back.
Yeah, we're going to play like a battleship modus where the chat types out F2, F3, stuff like that, and we're going to tell if you hit their bases.
Yeah, if you hit their bases with the nuke or something. Mine placements. Oh, man. But yeah, TVT, I guess if you had to pick how you think this series is going to go between Tarson and WolFix, who do you think comes out on top and why?
Hard to tell. Like the first map is Dominator, was it? Yeah, and
Yep.
Look at the little bit of the stats right here. Tarson is really close to have 69% win ratio with result, so have my edge to him. But again, WolFix plays a lot, and I think he analyzed the game maybe a little bit more than Tarson. But
yeah, I always see him in the CPL chats, like seriously scrutinizing and talking through builds with, a lot of the other foreign Terrans. So yeah, obviously both these folks having played against each other so much, there's probably some internal like meta they have going on between each other.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I've seen WolFix been quite active in like the light and shiny Discord, talking about builds and stuff like that. So I think he definitely puts down the builds and analyzing, trying to understand why the programmers do what they do. So
yeah, which can be, obviously like a big advantage if you're just a little more studied than your opponent in recent maps and build orders and things. But yeah, it looks like map 1, as we said, going to be Dominator here to kind of kick things off between these two. Both of our players are ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 between Tarson and WolFix. Spawning top left side as the red Terran from Poland, it is Tarson.
And in the bottom left corner, also from Poland, we have WolFix. You can see WolFix is already mining on the top mineral patch. Let's hope Tarson is not trying to do some cheesy build in his base like who was it in the ASL right now? Versus Rush or something. Like he's trying to build the 500 forge in
in the base. Yeah, and tried to slip it by. Yeah. I thought that was crazy. Because I mean, it's a complete guess at that point, man. Yeah.
Well, I've seen Cork do it quite some time. Like I remember Cork taking down Mihu on some crazy map, just sending out a probe and scouting the back of the mineral. and then made 2 proxy gates in his base. So even with 130 APM, those builds can work.
Yeah, they absolutely can, man. Yeah, Quirk definitely a very studied Protoss as well. You always know if he's going into a set, he has something planned. My favorite Quark build is really his Nexus first opener versus Terran. I think he does a great job of that, like 12 Nexus versus Terran.
He beat me once sending out a Corsair after like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, and I thought he was doing fast carriers. But he just made one Corsair, and then he explained to me that the Corsair comes out faster than the Observer, and he wanted to know what I was doing.
Okay, I think I've seen, that happen too, where and then they can repurpose the Corsair to tank turrets for shuttles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy build, crazy Quark. But let's focus on this TVT. Protoss have been giving enough focus in the previous games.
Yeah, true. What are you thinking here? Do you see any differences between their builds, or?
It looks like this is a similar build from both players, and I was going to say, like, I really like TVT on 3-player maps because it doesn't give that edge to any one of the players. Like, you can't split the map 50-50.
Yes.
So it all comes down to like who gets the better position early on and what type of play you want to take it from there.
Because there is a low ground main and high ground natural, how does that really factor into TVT on this map?
I don't think it factors in that much as long as you're not doing something aggressive. Like, you could try to just keep making vultures, like 2, 3, or 4 vultures before making your add-on and surprise the other opponent. Because usually you make like 2, maybe 3, and then you put down the add-on. And if you then get attacked with the 4th vulture, you kind of get taken by surprise.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen like 80s Mullet do that occasionally. Looks like both players going for that command center at the natural, no surprise. Is it common just to go like 3-fact vulture on this map off of this?
I would do that because you get the speed and you get the mine and you get the early map control. Like, you can put mines on the pizza slices, and then you can pretty much control which side you decide on the map.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it would be a strong build here, but actually we are seeing Starport, it looks like, out of WolFix, so first variation between these two players. When I see Starport, I really am assuming WolFix is going to need a full wall as natural, right? Wall off with depots and barracks, or not, maybe, I guess not barracks, but there's a threat of a vulture pressure run by here.
I was thinking that exactly the same. Usually, let's see how this engagement goes down. Tarson gets the first.
I think that one, definitely looked a little better for Tarson here. Does lose the Marine though, but
that's huge damage from Tarson, and now we see WolFix's entrance is quite open. He sees that there's no 3rd or 4th vulture coming out, so he can just run right down there, block with the barracks.
Yeah, looks like SCV is going to come greet these vultures. Not sure what he was assuming he could do here by doing the SCV transfer.
It's a great drilling by WolFix though. He's buying time for the
tank.
Siege. Yeah, tank is coming out, and this was actually minimal damage. You can see WolFix is actually up an SCV after that.
Yeah, he is up an SCV. Lost a lot of mining time though, and Tarson was able to scout Stargate, so at least he knows exactly what he's up against now. So I think well done there from Tarson as well. But yeah, WolFix still being up in SCVs just shows the diligence of how great he is actually at staying on top of that SCV production.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need that wall like you mentioned earlier. So usually when I do this type of build, I don't really send out my barracks because I want the barracks to be a part of my wall. But if you put down like 1 or 2, like that, yeah, 1 or 2 supply depots, and you have two siege tanks, you can hold up pretty much forever. But as soon as Tarson gets mines, he can bust right through this.
Okay. As soon as he gets mines, huh? You just mine next to the tanks, I guess?
Yeah, or it doesn't necessarily kill WolFix, but as soon as you have the mines, like, when is WolFix going to go out, though? Because he needs to put down 4 or 5 barracks right now, and just pump out units, and we can see still he's still on 1. So it's going to take some time before WolFix can be out on the map, and that is buying Tarson a lot of time with the mines.
True. No scan yet. You know, no way to detect mines. You know, he at least has a couple raids to scout around with, so he knows exactly what he's up against. But not really a big threat here to Tarson early on.
No, the scan timing is good for Tarson as well. I saw WolFix was making Cloak, but he will be having scan eventually, but he hasn't shown Cloak yet, so maybe Tarson is gambling that he didn't make it. So
yeah, I was gonna say there's no turrets, right? No eBay from Tarson yet either. Yeah, it looks like he just wants to rely on Comstat. So now, cat's out of the bag here. WolFix with the cloak is jumping on top of this mineral line here, doing you know, some pretty annoying damage, I'll say, to the SCV count here of Tarson. Yeah,
this is really annoying.
Yeah, Scanner's just about to complete, and you know, we were mentioning WolFix's SCV count even, you know, before this harassment began. But yeah, it's now 34 SCVs to the 43 of WolFix because of this.
And this is causing Tarson to have to spend a lot of gas on... What does he have? Siege mode? First thing's going down. I don't think
going on here.
Yeah, WolFix is not paying attention. He's focusing on the rates.
Yeah, he really just didn't pay attention. Oh man, those tanks doing some serious damage. The rates are actually still dealing damage, though, to be fair, inside the main. Yeah, they have not been cleaned up by the Goliaths. The Goliaths, though, just opting to full commit to this natural here. So things are about to get really dicey. We'll have to see if Tarson's able to kind of clear this. Scan going down, sees the Goliaths, and actually siege mode completing as well at the same time here for Tarson. So it looks like he's not going to commit. He's happy with just the contain.
Yeah, range is done as well on the Goliaths.
Yeah, that's great.
But he did lose his initial barrack, so Tarson doesn't have any vision. So, but it's just 1 tank. I think maybe when the second wave from Tarson comes down, he might have a little window.
He could have sieged that top gas if he just moved in, but now...
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Can you
WolFix was...
Can you reach it from the bottom there? Like
I think you could with vision.
Yeah.
I think you could with vision. I thought he was going there for a second, but no.
And we can see Tarson actually have a slight limit advantage, but he's down 10 workers, but that only means he has more army. And some of WolFix's army is tied up in 1 or 2 raids, I think.
Despite the worker advantage, I really like Tarson's position. Oh,
great
that's...
scan.
Yeah, here he goes. I think he should just full commit here. And yep, he's diving on top of the final tank here of WolFix. And he's absolutely in position to siege that gas now.
Yeah, I think WolFix kind of overestimated his position. Like, I think he felt safe, and I can see why, but there was a great scan from Tarson, and he just had a slight vision advantage, so he got off the first shots.
Wow. Crippling damage here being done from Tarson. We're seeing that worker count finally even up between these two. Tarson just in a commanding position. And you were talking earlier about how key positioning is TVT, especially on a map like this. You can't split evenly. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how WolFix gets out of this position.
No, you have to pull everything and hope the siege splashers splash each other, but there's too many Goliaths and too many tanks, but... Well,
All right, there is one Cloak Wraith.
Focus down the... Yeah, loses the command center as well.
Scan going down as well for Tarson, just being very diligent, staying on top of this Wraith harass. And, I mean, yeah, he's still obviously mining on 2 bases, even taking a 3rd top right. Continuing that Goliath tank pressure that has put him in such a good position in this game.
Yeah, Tarson is feeling really comfortable right now, so he can take the 3rd base, even though he was down a factory, and now he can just add on a lot of them, and you can see how many units he still have back home.
We're seeing WolFix maybe trying to hide a base at 6 o'clock. That could be a way to try to get back into this.
Yeah, and I saw his starport was blinking as well, so I think he might try to salvage himself by getting out a vulture drop or something, or maybe drop on top of the siege tanks. But there is so much.
Yeah, as we say that, there's another big wave of Goliath tank moving across the map here for Tarson. WolFix just kind of scouting with that eBay. Trying to judge positioning, unit count of Tarson. He's also shuttling some SCVs to 6 o'clock, so he's technically on 2 bases at the moment. You know,
I'm looking at the minimap and I can see Tarson is getting ready to take the 4th, and also feeling that something is suspicious, so he's looking for that base, and it's only a matter of seconds before he finds the 2nd base of Tarson, WolFix.
Yeah, I think that's probably a vulture running around bottom right. Is going for a double drop, and it's not going to be scouted, actually, from Tarson. So, I mean, maybe if this just does whatever... what could this be? Like 8 vultures, maybe? And maybe you can do some crippling damage. Okay, a couple tanks, 4 vultures. If he could take out the mining and production somehow, the main... But
yeah, you have to like kill at least 20 SCVs or something, but this is quite easy to clean up. And now he sees the 2nd base as well.
Yeah, SCV sitting there scouting that 6 o'clock base. WolFix pulling back a sizable force to try to deal with these siege tanks and vultures inside the main. He could probably even just send like a counter force to just kill off 6 o'clock. It's completely unguarded.
Yeah, had it been like 4 siege tanks, definitely, but it's just like not quite enough.
Yeah, trade well, and this is annoying, right? If you're Tarson, you want to just kind of keep Terran contained to their main.
It was good focus fire for a while there from WolFix, like he was targeting down the siege tanks and finish off the job with the vulture. But I think this is like the final moment to see if WolFix can break out of this contain. There's a slight hope, maybe.
Here we go. Dropships dropping on top of the siege tank line here. WolFix is sieging his own tanks, but oh man, huge splash being dealt to the center of that. And it looks like just barely WolFix going to be able to break out of that main. But yeah, as we said before, 6 completely undefended. Solo vulture there just racking up kills. And, you know, Tarson's back again and mining on 3 bases. Oh man, big mine connects actually on WolFix's force outside the natural. We're seeing about a 80 supply lead here.
Somehow WolFix is having trouble spending his money as well, because he was floating quite a lot of resources.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Tarson nearly triple in supply. I think this is just going to be an A move from Tarson. If you just
it looks like it.
Put down a scan and then realize like he just had the superior number. Yeah, GG. Yep,
GG is called there from WolFix. Game number 1, going to Tarson, who had a very commanding game. Like I don't know, there wasn't a whole lot of points in there at the start that I think went for WolFix's advantage, other than maybe like SCV count, and I guess the Wraiths did a good amount of damage, right?
Yeah, the brace did the amount of damage that it needed to do. I didn't quite like the move out with the vultures early on, because if you lose that fight, you're opening yourself up and quite vulnerable. And luckily for WolFix, the initial vultures from Tarson didn't do as much damage as I thought they would do. But you kind of want those vultures to be a part of your wall when you're just one factory.
See, yeah, just to prevent the like run bys and stuff, I guess. But yeah, well. Unfortunately, you know, taking a little bit of a bad trade there early on is WolFix, but it is his map choice now. So, you know, we'll have to see how he chooses to adjust to face against Tarson game 2.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see which map he's going to pick. I'm guessing Apocalypse.
Okay, yeah, we've seen a lot of Apocalypse picks so far in BSL19. It was a very common pick yesterday by mostly Zergs, right? I think it's a very strong Zerg map, but you know, Protoss as well. So, and actually, it's going to be Vermeer, big, giant 4-player map. I know earlier, Medino, you were talking about potential for large, like, split map situations, TVT, and I definitely think that when I think of Vermeer, for sure.
Typical Terran players choosing a large map. They have nothing special to do on a Sunday night. They have all the time in the world.
all the time in the world, absolutely, man.
Definitely in for a 45 minutes right here.
All right, everyone. Well, yeah, go get some snacks. We're in for a big one here. But both our players are ready to go. So let's jump into game number 2 between Tarson and WolFix. Alrighty. And spawning top left side as the red Terran. Currently up 1-0 in the set, looking to close it out. It's Tarson.
And in the bottom left corner, we have Jane. No, I'm just joking. It's of course WolFix, fighting for his life, fighting for the opportunity to meet Shin in the winners bracket.
Oh man, imagine that. Imagine like coming out, you know, first or place in your group, and then bumping into Jin round 1.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no easy
price.
groups. Yeah, exactly. There's just no easy groups. You know, this season of BSL, any season of BSL, it seems like. Yeah. Well, yeah, nothing unusual here. We're seeing first depots go down. Vermeer, a very standard, large 4-player map. You know, I think it probably mimics like Fighting Spirit in a lot of ways for TVT.
I see both players are afraid of messing up their bottom SCV because that's like a fast mineral patch.
Yeah.
And if you place the supply depot a little bit too weird, it changes the path. But I've seen Flash actually modify that you can build it in the same level as the bottom mineral patch, and it will mine normally. But if you place it slightly to the right, yeah. So just one hex higher than WolFix placed it, and you should be fine.
Gotcha. Okay, did not know that. Oh, it's a proxy barracks in the center. Is that? Yeah, it is. Okay, by WolFix. So maybe looking to get a little aggressive here, do some shenanigans, and it's a forward racks from Tarson as well. No Vespian Geyser being taken yet from Tarson.
And I like this build from Tarson and from WolFix, because Tarson, he's up one game, like you're feeling kind of comfortable, you're not stressed, you can try to take on CC. But if this goes unscouted and the first 2 or 3 Marines comes up without a bunker,
yeah, it could be bad. But actually the SCV is making a line for that barracks, does see the barracks just in the nick of time, so he should theoretically put down a bunker now, right? Like bring another SCV to the natural.
Yeah, I think you need a bunker.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to have Marine count advantage.
a lot of damage on the first Marine though, so he doesn't really need a bunker quite yet, but WolFix is dealing the same amount of damage on the Marine, so...
Yeah, it's going to be close. Definitely a fight here between these two. That SCV does fall, though, from WolFix. And there we go. Bunker going down from Tarson. Just doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage here. Ooh, not starting a third Marine, though.
Second SCV from WolFix as well, and that's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And the control is so tight in this low numbers of Marines. It's very difficult to do. Gotta try to finish up that bunker. Does finish it at least. So the body blocking got it. He got it in. So at least you can take some solace in that. Another SCV falls. Man, they are just butchering each other's SCVs.
It's a great damage from WolFix, and he's delaying the command center for quite some time actually.
Yeah, this has to be very annoying here. He is waiting for another Marine to build, trying to get on top of this second Marine, and actually even a Vulture running by. Wow. Wow, I really like this from WolFix, actually. Oh, but the SCV timing is perfect from Tarson. I can't believe that. And it looks like he's going to hold.
That's going to be so annoying for WolFix, because I think he knows if that Vulture gets in, it's over.
Yeah, he probably could have stopped the factory, could have killed infinite SCVs. He is still oh my... Tarson. That was so clean.
Tarson woke up today and he chose violence.
Yeah, man, he definitely chose violence today. That was clean SCV pulling. Man.
And we see
He's
another
clearly
starport
very practiced in build. Oh, another starport. Okay, from WolFix. Oh, you're right.
And there's also a starport from Tarson. It's just one.
Seems like it's a little behind WolFix's starport. Maybe WolFix will be able to get some damage done with the first Wraith or something. To hopefully even things out.
I think Koget needs to see if his playbook has been stolen or something. He needs to check his desk to see if it's still there, because this is definitely something you will see from him.
I see.
Ah!
Whoa! I didn't even notice. 2 more Vultures run by. Looks like they've already racked up quite a few SCV kills. That's crazy. All of the Marines falling from the bunker. Tank will clean this up, but yeah, not before yet another round of significant eco damage being dealt from WolFix.
And he saw the starport, and he has the first Wraith out, going straight to Tarson's base, because he will get the first shot off, and he killed off the Marines, so he's going to force Tarson to make more Marines if he want to win the air battle.
Yeah, first SCV falling here from that Wraith. The Wraith will also be able to scout the starport and what's building from Tarson. Does know there's a Wraith of Tarson's on the way as well. Probably trying to just pick one more off, before Tarson's Wraith completes. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna maybe retreat here with that cloak being researched again out of WolFix, so at this point it's feeling like a comfort pick for him. Does commit the Wraith. It's a little unfortunate. I think Tarson will be able to pick this off.
Yeah, he kind of overcommitted right there. He overstayed his welcome. And I can see a building outside of the third natural of Tarson. It's going to be a second starport. That's nice.
Why there? That's crazy.
Well, the barracks is in his main, so...
Okay.
No, it's going to float over and see it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if this scouts that second starport. What? He's just like brain dead sending it away from the main, and it's gonna end up scouting the hidden tech. That's so funny.
Why would you send it that way? Normally you would send it to inside the base because you want to see if there are more hidden buildings in the base. He didn't even see how many factories there were.
Yeah, that's too funny. But yeah, second port going to get scouted here from Tarson. Sees that it's not blinking though, so he's not committing. to the second.
He's supplying the block.
Wraith.
No, he's supplying the block.
Oh yeah, he is.
The 44 curse.
Yeah, that 44 curse, man, catches me quite often, I gotta say. It's 2 Wraiths here, running in from WolFix to the natural. Cloak just about to complete. And I don't think there's any way to detect these. I haven't seen a scanner, I haven't seen eBay yet. There we go, scanner just starting to build. And actually, WolFix realizes right where he's at, gets on top of the 2 Wraiths of Tarson, and yeah, completely eliminates them. So not only did Tarson commit to 2-port Wraith, but his Wraiths are already dead.
I was surprised WolFix actually had scan, but like I'm guessing he made it because he saw the starport. So
yeah, I guess he's just anticipating these little skirmishes.
Yeah, he needs to be careful though, because it's still 2-port versus 1.
Oh, I see.
Some random Goliath wanted to join the battle.
Still 3 tanks here from WolFix. Is it worthwhile to just try to set up between the bases here, like somewhere on that high ground in the middle, or where do you think WolFix will try to set up?
I think we'll set up where he is right now. Maybe like now we have the ramp advantage, and in some weird way you kind of secure the 9 o'clock base as well, because it's going to be hard for to push in there.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you really need to control that distance and scout it as well, knowing you're against Cloak Wraith, right? Like the closest distance between each base is a very likely place for those Wraiths to end up going. So yeah, Tarson's got to be a little worried about that.
Yeah, but he is taking a 3rd base, and we can see that he has some worker disadvantage. But I think he will catch up that quite fast as soon as the 3rd command center is online.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I think that's been building for a little bit, so won't be too much longer until Tarson able to take economic lead once again. Still no 3rd command center underway from WolFix. I wonder if he'll opt to maybe expand towards 6 o'clock or take the closer 3rd. Ooh.
I like the setup from Tarson. You can see like he covers quite a lot of the map, so he doesn't get like blindsided from getting flanked, but he open himself up for this though. Like he leaves him kind of vulnerable to pick up the siege tank that's on their own.
Wow, this was surgical timing here from WolFix.
Now when you just focus fire, yeah. But the Goliaths die.
Goliaths do die. The 2 Wraiths here from Tarson moving in to hopefully try to clean something up. But actually there is a Goliath here for WolFix, so going to chase that off. Wow, that opened up a hole to harass the 3rd base as well now of Tarson with a pair of vultures from WolFix.
Yeah, now we kind of see like a reversed version of the first game. Like WolFix is really on top of the aggression, and he is now in the great position that Tarson found himself in the last game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure if Tarson may be like he had a lot of siege tanks, but maybe the 3rd base were kind of premature.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
He was still just on 1 factory, so he couldn't really like produce enough to secure both bases.
It also felt like the tank positioning maybe could have been a little better. Like I know he had to split some of those tanks off like to the outside of the 3rd or whatever, but maybe if he kept a couple more at the natural, change things up, who knows. But yeah, with that, it's going to end up tying up the series between these 2 at 1 apiece. So
yeah, we can see WolFix typing out GG. Hope stream quality was good. Go learn chess. So definitely ready for the 3rd match.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be ready to go, man. Well, I wonder if they'll, map choice at this point will be up for Tarson here, so at least he's got that going for him. Did a great job game 1 on a 3-player map. Maybe I'll choose to do something similar. Maybe go for a map like Apocalypse. But yeah, I gotta say, the TVT games have been going a lot quicker than I was anticipating so far today.
I'm hoping for some like weird map, like Deja Vu, that we don't see that much. But I feel like it's kind of typical foreign player that to choose the most standard maps, because usually those are most played in the ladder pool.
True. And yeah, it looks like map choice from Tarson going to be Pantheon, so a little more of a typical map. We got, that unique mineral only base that's kind of a third close to each of these mains, but other than that, it's just big, 4-player map. So yeah, pretty standard. I think a solid choice here from Tarson.
Yeah, the maps just keeps getting bigger and bigger, so...
Yeah. Well, with that, folks, I think both of our players are ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into the final game of the series. Tarson versus WolFix on Pantheon. Alrighty. Spawning top left as the blue Terran from Poland, it is WolFix.
And in the bottom left corner, we have Tarson. I do like that we see them so close to each other, though. I think that's going to make the game more interesting than being cross-spawn or on opposite sides. So, yeah.
Would you say Tarson's in the worst position because the main's more vulnerable to drop or whatever?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because in this position,
no, they're both just equally vulnerable because the natural is on the right side for WolFix.
Oh, is it? I thought it was below. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess if it's like Radion or whatever, and the natural's to the right, then they would be even for sure. Yeah,
let's see, but WolFix did get a lot of initial damage with the first Marines and running, even though Tarson did a great job taking down the first 2 vultures. WolFix was relentless and he kept sending more. So
yeah, he was very relentless. Actually, we're seeing another forward barracks from Tarson, so I guess he's just kind of going back to his comfort build or something. But yeah, this time no forward barracks here. From WolFix. Tarson likely going to go for that barracks in a command center pretty early on again.
Yeah, it's also easier to wall in this position than the other maps. Like in Vermeer, it's bigger. The entrance is bigger, but now we can just block up with a supply depot and maybe have a tank or something on the left side.
It's always nice on like the bottom bases for Terran, because then your Marine like pops out on the correct side of the wall and stuff too. It's great. But yeah, looks like factory gonna go down the main here for WolFix. Command center already started for Tarson. Both players getting a little unlucky with scout.
WolFix is not gas though, so we might see a 2 factory or a fast starport again.
Oh, that could be nice against command center for sure. It's probably 2-port Wraith. Would you guess 2-port Wraith?
I would never guess that from...
No? Okay.
No. Like, I have faced it on the ladder, but this is really rare. Like, you can just sit on the ramp, just hide what you're doing.
Oh!
Ooh. But this is going to be a Marine tank Wraith push.
Okay, Marine tank Wraith. And it gets scouted from Tarson. What does Tarson need to do to react?
I'm not sure. Like, he won't have mines in time. Usually, like, you just have to get 2 factories and get vultures, maybe even fast Goliaths. But if the micro is great from WolFix, it's quite hard to stop this push, actually, because vultures are weak against tank, and the Goliaths are stupid because they will target the Wraith and then tank do a lot of damage on the Goliaths.
Gotcha. Well, SCV going to be pushed away, so it doesn't confirm the command center, but I mean, it's a bunker, like, out front, right? Like, he's got to assume Tarson's taking his natural at the moment.
Yeah, it's like, but there's no buildable terrain for WolFix, so he won't be supporting this with a bunker. I don't think there's any place for him to put it down, so the Marines will be vulnerable. So if he can get a good surround with the SCVs and Marines and Vultures, it's not an impossible hold, but it's annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it looks pretty annoying. Wow, that's a big SCV count already from Tarson, looks like. Seems like he's happy with just the 4 Marines. He's going to go ahead and lift that barracks to try to draw some fire from this incoming force from WolFix. WolFix got 2 SCVs, a tank, and those Marines, obviously. Needs to start tearing that bunker down as soon as possible. And there we go. First damage being dealt there. Siege already done. That is a really fast siege mode.
I think this is usually where you go. As soon as they hit siege, you have to pull every SCV and then just go.
Okay. We're seeing him back up and build a second bunker, actually. Trying to get on top of that Wraith with some of these Marines. We do see that armory completed that you were talking about, so we'll likely be trying to build at least a Goliath to handle the Wraith here.
Yeah, he just have to like go pull.
Yeah, he's pulling everything, but actually the SCV is kind of getting really stuck.
The tank was a little bit too forward as well. Like he was taking so much damage on the tank before he even got to participate in the fight.
Yeah.
But he took down the Marines, so the bunker from WolFix is pretty much useless.
That Goliath coming in as well. We'll be able to start shooting those Wraiths. I feel like Tarson needs to land his barracks and keep making Marines, right? Because he's just got a hold with anything right now. Oh, he maybe did it.
Yeah, I think he overstepped maybe. Like you're just on one factory, so you don't have like the, and he didn't get to do enough damage with the Wraiths as he wanted to.
Okay, okay.
So I think Tarson pretty much held this as good as possible without taking any much unnecessary damage. And since he's up on two command centers, he can just rebuild those SCVs quite fast.
Yeah, he's already ahead. 20, actually just popped up to 30 workers to the 24 of WolFix. Obviously has that second factory move in, researching something. I don't know if that's going to be Goliath range. Oh, the dreaded 44-44 again, Medinho. I can't believe it.
It can't be avoided either. It just have to happen.
It just has to happen. Yeah, it's like every single time I play Terran, I get supply block there. It's so funny.
We have 4 Wraiths, and he delayed the Academy for quite some time, and I'm not sure if he's researching Cloak or if it's close to be done. It just started. Okay. Yeah, so scanner will be on time.
Yeah, at least he's got like some kind of tech advantage with that cloak. You know, it might open up some opportunities for him, or at least force Tarson to play defensive and maybe get a quicker third or something with it.
Yeah, WolFix is trying to get in a nice position, and Tarson didn't see, but he sieged. Ooh.
Ooh, huge tank shots there from WolFix. Oh man, actually, I don't know. I think Tarson barely gonna come out ahead of that. All these units are very bruised, but yeah, WolFix just trying to make the most. He definitely can't engage up there versus that siege tank. Oh, but he's actually gonna avoid it.
And Tarson has so many ground units, and WolFix is just still on one base. Oh, one factory.
Cloak is about to complete though. That might be what he needs. And actually, yeah, even a second siege tank here.
Yeah, the second one there is in great position.
It looks like, yeah, Tarson's gonna need to sit.
Is that high ground? Like, if you shoot over, does that count as high ground?
I don't think so. I don't think it counts as high ground because I think they're on the same level or whatever. Looks like, yeah, he's just gonna hold a line outside the natural here of Tarson, or of WolFix rather, and Tarson taking a quick third. This got Tarson in trouble last game. You know, it can be very difficult to hold 3 different bases early on TVT.
Yeah,
So
but then he didn't have the factories the last game. Now we have the factories to support 3 base.
Okay, I see. These Wraiths, though, already starting to rack up some kills, some SCV kills inside the main. This is quite annoying. And we were saying this earlier, it's like really the only tech advantage that WolFix kind of has at the moment are these. But man, Tarson, you gotta scan, you gotta try to do something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he can just jump on that Goliath and keep pouncing on these SCVs.
Yeah, he's doing a great job tearing down these SCVs. The SCVs did not really retreat. And yeah, absolutely. Tarson taking significant worker damage there.
I think he killed like 10 or 15 of them.
Yeah, with a Goliath or 2 as well. Actually coming back for more, forcing a scan, and actually gets out with every single Wraith as well. If he swings these Wraiths around to 6 o'clock now,
I'm not sure what happened, because Tarson, he went back home with his tanks as well. Like, it looked like the Goliaths, he moved out of position because he was setting up a contain. But he has a lot of units, so maybe there's potential for just like a move.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake to move all the tanks back. Even if you just had a turret next to, you know, a few of those tanks to hold the position outside.
It's 5 tanks versus 7 and 6 Goliaths. So if you just send in the SCV first, take the first shot. Or a few Goliaths. Yeah, few workers, or maybe just send in the SCV first, and then we'll have 5 tanks shooting at it simultaneously, and then you just go.
Guess maybe he just doesn't want to take the risk or something.
Yeah,
he's
like
already caught back up in workers.
He doesn't need to do it either because he's on 3 bases.
Oh, Wraith's coming in here.
And he's caught up again in the worker count.
Yeah, he's completely caught up. Has that 3rd base running as well.
WolFix is getting kind of like boxed in right now, so...
Yeah, it's not looking good. Because how is WolFix going to be able to hold a 3rd from here? It's just not going to happen. What he is doing a good job moving with these Wraiths back and forth between right outside the natural. Oh, is he in position? Oh, I thought that was going to shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's got to be close. Yeah, look how close it is. He can shoot the Goliath, but he can't shoot the tank.
Yeah, very close. Either way, WolFix has at least carved out a hole to take a 3rd base here. Okay, that's definitely
that's a great
But the scan went off from Tarson. Wow. And gets the Wraiths with the same scan. That's crazy.
He lost so many tanks on that. Like, I thought he was just gonna like push out a little bit to get able to secure his 3rd and his 4th. But you can see how far back the building terrain is in the middle, so he can't support it with turrets.
Yeah, even that. He's committing so much to taking mineral only. It's kind of crazy for TBT. I mean, it looks like maybe he's going to try to double expand to the other 12 o'clock gas base as well.
Yeah, we're going to have a little vulture battle in the middle here, trying to get some map control.
Oh no, this is completely vulnerable. Yeah, very big, pickup here from WolFix for sure. Collecting quite a few of these SCV kills. But this is a lot of supply trapped now. Tarson is obviously going to be able to clean this up. Still quite annoying if you're Tarson having to handle this harass.
Yeah, he gets 7 SCVs, but on 3 soon to be 4 bases, he can remake those quite fast.
Looks like the factory counts 7 or so from Tarson right now, which is, I feel like, a pretty good place to be. 4, 5, 6 maybe.
Yeah, looks like 6 versus 5.
Okay.
But again, he's on
Dropship.
3 base gas, so you can see his gas is quite high for a Terran to be. Like usually you want to like spend those minerals and gas resources.
Ooh, move
Ooh.
command.
2.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
That's why you always A move.
Yep. Yeah, always. Unfortunate.
Although looks like he's stabilizing a little bit. He's taking a 3rd and a 4th, and he's trying to break this.
Wow, very well done there from WolFix.
Now we can retake this position, so WolFix might even expand on the 9 o'clock position and take a 5th base. Just get on the high ground ASAP.
Counterforce coming in here from Tarson. Actually, even more tanks rallying in from the natural as well. Seems like both these folks really want to take mid-left and hold it. And Tarson just barely coming out ahead there. Quite
that was clean from Tarson.
Yeah, it was very nice coming in from 2 angles, and just the timing of his rally there was very good. Because yeah, I think he's right. I think that is, no matter what, like close mid on this map between both their bases is going to be, you know, a very important position to try to hold. So it's worth committing so many units to it.
Yeah, and he's closing out like the shortest distance for WolFix to attack as well, like kind of forcing out that WolFix is gonna have to make drops or take the longest way around out in the open map.
Ooh, another nice engagement here in the center from Tarson. He's going to clean up a few more tanks. WolFix, though, rallying in from his natural and trying to set up a tank line here.
Yeah, every fight is going Tarson's way right now.
Yeah, it seems like it, for sure. So 30 supply. Oh, man, even catching a dropship. I don't even know where that dropship was.
No, I was like, where did that came from?
Yeah, it looked like bottom right corner or something.
I didn't see any units on the map, so it was just scouting dropship or something.
I gotta say, for Tarson, his 3rd base, bottom center, just feels like it's been so vulnerable. There's no tanks there. There's, you know, nothing. That's the one spot I feel like if WolFix can just find an opportunity to get some units over there, he might be able to clean up a base pretty quickly.
Well, how to get down there? Like he's
yeah.
blocking off the right side, and kind of in the middle of the map was the most vulnerable place. But if WolFix tries to move in the middle, I think Tarson can just like siege down and then like pincer move him and attack him in the middle from all angles.
Yeah. Guess you're right. Well, it looks like Tarson just trying to scout the map at the moment. He's got to obviously feel like he's in a very comfortable position, a big lead. He just doesn't want to allow any opportunity to throw the game away, it feels like. If he's able to contain WolFix to, you know, like corner of the map like he is, that means he could take 75% of the resources on this map, right? Like top right, middle right, bottom right, is all going to be available to him. Oh no, he's caught unsieged mid left. Talk about like this being such a key position, but he might just give it up and lose his 4th base as well in return.
Yeah, but the reinforcements are coming up, and he did clean it up quite nice the last time, and you just need to focus fire.
I don't think he sent enough in. I don't think he's going to be able to clean it up. Yeah.
No, WolFix have the high ground advantage right now. But
I mean, I guess he's still technically mining the gas there for now, which is nice, but it's just going to take WolFix moving a tank over to the left a little bit. And here we go, dropship coming in. But at the same time, Tarson is reinforcing the position from the factories in his main here. Okay, cat's out of the bag. Tarson's been building Wraiths at the same time, and yeah, you called it. He's going to be able to clean this up now.
It was so close for WolFix as well. Like he was getting up on the edge right there, but Tarson's reinforcements were just in time and just enough. And I also think Tarson is going to have the +2 advantage in a short amount of time. But I think this is just go.
What's so good about +2 TVT?
You 2-shot the tanks instead of 3 when you're in siege shop. And that's a big difference, especially if you're clumped up like WolFix's tanks are right now. Like you can two volleys and you can take 3, maybe even 4 siege tanks in one volley.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that is huge then.
So you often see that Terrans normally or often just stop after +2, and they don't really make the armor, because the armor is only good against Wraiths. Like if Wraiths comes in and tries to kill siege tanks and Goliaths and stuff like that, but it doesn't really help you versus
with siege tanks.
No.
No way. Okay, good to know. Looks like Tarson is continuing to expand while he's sieging the natural here, taking both the bottom right bases. He's just got himself in a killer position at this point. WolFix not going to be able to mine that natural for much longer until he's able to break, but it just doesn't seem like he's got the supply he needs to do so.
Yeah, Tarson, he came prepared today. He came to play, and you can see like he's slightly faster in his decision making and like pulling the trigger today than WolFix is.
Yeah, this is I mean, just looking like some very buttoned up Terran TVT. Kind of interested to see now how he'll do facing off against Jhin, but yeah, that's good. That'll be next up here. Looks like WolFix going in for one big engagement here, trying to push out of this natural. Actually, successfully gets pretty far. A couple more tanks rallying in here. Tarson though, to try to help clean this up. Oh no! Walking into a big mine connect there.
Yeah, no. Tarson says I can fight as well. So
yeah, moving in with a couple vultures here, trying to put down some mines. He's still got the wraiths too, remember? So I mean,
yeah, I think the wraiths can just move in here, get down that Goliath, and
yeah, I think they should. Oh, it's even 3-port wraith.
Of course, this is a tournament game, and WolFix is fighting for his life. Like he will face off Razz. It doesn't mean like it's over.
Sure.
So
yeah,
maybe just keeping his fingers warm, thinking what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he knows all about bottom right. It looks like he is running by with some vultures to try to clear out the some of the mining at the bottom right bases, but at this point Tarson's up 70 supply. Even if he lost every single SCV here bottom right, he's in a great position. He's completely kind of locked in WolFix to these 4 bases. There's no real great outlet here for WolFix to engage or to even take another base at this point.
And that helped Tarson a little bit. Like he had too many SCVs, so now we open up for a bigger army.
Yeah, he's still got too many. 78 SCVs here we see for Tarson, so that's pretty much just his supply advantage if you think about it. But then again, SCVs are actually pretty scary in this map too. Like you can kind of throw a handful in a battle just to tank siege tank shots, and it can be worth your while.
It's actually a scary way to lose TVT, because if you kind of overmake SCVs, like you don't have any control on how many SCVs you're making, and you're sitting and thinking like, oh, I have 200, but I'm losing every battle. Yeah, I've done that once or twice.
You're just losing everything, and your money is skyrocketing. I don't understand what's going on. Well, it's maybe it's because you have 100 SCVs around the map.
I saw it was either Rush or Mind. Can't really remember. It doesn't really matter. He or whoever said it in TVT and TVP, you stop making SCVs after reaching 100.
Oh, really? Oh,
Then you should have the right amount of SCVs on
100? I don't.
Yeah. But then you have to
I
keep
don't-
a track though. Like if you have a vulture run by, oh, I lost 12 SCVs, but I'm over 100.
Okay. I guess I don't know. I never see pros go that high with SCV counts, but anyways.
No,
yeah.
not
Could be.
100 SCVs, but
Oh, I
limit.
thought.
When you reach 100, like 100 and something in limit, you stop making SCVs.
Okay, gotcha.
Normal.
Yeah. Anyways, we got Tarson obviously taking a big win there in another close set, 2-1 over WolFix. Went pretty well. Now we finally get back to our winners here. It's going to be the winner of the first set, Zin, Protoss from China, facing off against Tarson from Poland. Gotta say, Tarson's looking pretty strong. What do you think his shots here of taking out Zin?
I'm giving 60-40 to Shin. We don't know much about him, but we know he's good.
Yeah, he had a pretty clean set versus Razz, actually, for the first one. So,
but I think Tarson is coming prepared, and Shin might underestimate Tarson as well, thinking like he's the superior player, and might not come as a prepared player as Tarson. I think he's been studying builds TVP.
Okay, well, can't wait to see it. It's going to be good. I think he's looking, pretty great as well. Obviously, if that last set was any indicator. But Jin, and just the fact that he's coming in from the Chinese scene and knowing how strong those players have been consistently in the last few seasons of BSL, likely going to be putting up a pretty big fight here for Tarson. So yeah, I'm excited to see it.
I hope Shin goes carriers, and I hope Tarson shows me how to beat him.
Yeah, exactly. Why do Protoss not open carrier more often? It's so strong. It's just so strong. But yeah, as you can see here, Group D bracket, Jin versus Tarson, best of 3. Winner will be the first to move on to the round of 16 out of this group. Loser will move down to face the winners of the losing match from both the first sets. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. Can't wait to see how this one's going to go. And we get a different matchup today as well, TVP, which is going to be pretty awesome.
Definitely.
All right, looks like map 1 going to be Radeon here. Big 4-player map. Both of our players are ready to go, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into the winners final of Group D, Jin versus Tarson. And spawning, bottom right side, hailing from Poland, is the blue Terran Tarson.
And in the bottom left corner, we have, all the way from China, hopefully we're not butchering his nickname.
I think I am. I think I definitely think I am. Shin. I keep saying Zin. Like it's.
We just have to pronounce whatever we're saying. Exene.
Yeah. Shin.
There we have it.
Okay. Hopefully that's a little better. Exene. Well, see, nothing out of the ordinary here from Xeen. First pylon inside the main. So it won't be a forward gate, won't be a proxy gate. It's not that you'd expect that on a 4-player map or anything. But Tarson.
I do wonder what type of latency they are playing on though. Hopefully it's like nothing worse than maybe 14-ish.
Yeah, it could kind of vary builds, as well. It's like Zerg players opening, Lurker first versus Terrans in low or high latency. just because mutas can be so difficult to control at times. Yeah.
Usually when I face off either Prados or Zerg in low latency games, like versus Korea or China, I just prepare for getting cheesed. That's a full Terran wall, Zergling tight wall, something like that. Build a bunker before I find the Zerg because I know the 9 pool or something is coming.
That's so smart. Actually, one thing I do that's hilarious, I still play like really old school style Terran, and I'll wall off the ramp to my main. You'd be so surprised how often you're stopping proxy gate zealot timings with like a full wall up the ramp in the main. It's great.
I remember Nyokin made a big deal out of that on Eclipse. Because usually a lot of products made proxy gates on Eclipse, and if you just walled off, you would pretty much win every game. Because so few products knew where to place the pylon. So if you misplace the pylon, you just make the supply depot a different place, and it'll still tight. And I remember I was talking to Nyoking about this because he said, "How high of a MMR do I have to face a product to realize where to put the pylon?" And a few days later, I end up matching versus Mighty, and I think it's like 2700 or something. And he did it to me, and I told him this is the correct place to put it. But I still won the game though. But he placed the pylon correctly.
Okay, but you still won. That's great. Yeah.
What 27 is nothing. That's a Tuesday for me.
Just a Tuesday for Medinho. Man, I don't think I've ever beat a 2700 account. I'm not even gonna lie. That's crazy. Command center at the natural here for Tarson. First vulture underway. Jin with, pretty standard opener here. Nexus got, using the first Dragoon, range underway as well.
Yeah, no shenanigans.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Oh, he's just spent a lot of money.
Gateway, but actually it is. It's 1 gate robo. Little risky, right? I feel like maybe Tarson might have if he had a second factory a little earlier, he might have a timing versus just gate robo.
You can see like kind of the different styles of products. Like Shin is taking no risk. Like it's first now he sends out this Dragoon just to see what he's up against. He's staying back home for quite some time because Tarson, wisely enough, sneaked out a vulture. But Shin is being really cautious.
Yeah, it looks like he is being really cautious. Just keeping those Dragoons back, just as you said. Expects the vulture to be coming in here from Tarson to try to deny that third with a mine, as well as do some scouting. But yeah, Shin already pushing that off. No issue so far.
Might have the same mindset as we do. Like if it's 14 or something, he's thinking Tarson is going to do some cheesy build. So I better just sit at home, be safe.
Yeah, why not? And he's doing well, right? Worker count's very high. He got a full wall off at the natural with the observatory already. So that early robo going to pay off from Jin. He's successfully blocked the vultures from trying to deny the third base. So there's no mine at that third base location yet for Jin, which might speed up him being able to take this third base. It looks like that's in fact exactly what he's going for.
Yeah, there's like a super safe build from Shin. Like there's no Reaver tech quite yet, and the Observer will be out on time till the drop is coming.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Vulture speed just about to complete. Dropship about halfway done. Do you think he'll drop the natural with this?
Normally you will kind of want to drop 2 in the natural and 2 in the main so you can rack up more kills, but right now Shin is really on top of it, and he would just fly in with Observer. He sees all the vultures, maybe, or did he just miss them?
I think he just missed it. He did not see them load up. maybe if he sees the starport in time, that's probably his best bet. He only sees a single factory, so he's got to know, hey, something's up. Does see the starport with the add-on, and Second Observer confirms this is, in fact, a drop at his natural. Good focus firing on the dropship, though. Wow, picks it off just in the nick of time to prevent that vulture from being unloaded in the main. So I would say that was a win for Shin right now.
Yeah, I understand Tarson going for it, but I think as soon as he saw the first Dragoon, he might maybe just abort, but...
Yeah, it might have just, been a little too slow to, decide to just kind of pull that one back. And who knows, maybe if Jin hadn't controlled so well, he might have been able to pick off 4 or 5 probes and made it worthwhile. But yeah, either way, Tarson still in a fine position. We're seeing turrets going down at the natural here, getting his upgrades. Tank count's getting higher and higher. But meanwhile, Jin obviously transferring probes to that third base. Probe counts at 50 to the 45 SCVs of Tarson, so Tarson kind of staying in lockstep as far as the economy goes.
I think this style against Protoss is so hard to play because for myself I get quite stressed when the Protoss is not putting on any pressure. So then I know he's just taking another base and then adding up a lot of gates, and you will have like the 140 push at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think you ever really want to leave Protoss alone for too long, or it's usually doesn't pay off.
It's kind of hard as well to take a fast third here as Terran, because like you can move out, but if you get like a carpet bomb by this a shuttle and zealots, there's not that much buildable terrain right there to how to put your siege tank in a good position.
I like the Stargate. I like the cannon at the natural actually too. Just gonna prevent any further damage. Templar Archives and Stargate likely for Arbiter, right?
Yeah, he's kind of hiding it quite well. As like he's putting down a lot of gateways, making +1 attack on the units and speed zealots. So if Tarson would scan his main, he would just see a lot of gates and not necessarily think it's Arbiter.
Like could be Carrier, even. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if Tarson ends up scouting that. Tarson is eventually getting a third of his own. We already saw the third command center in production. We're seeing the slow move out here of siege tanks, turrets going up as well to try to create some kind of a siege line and secure this third base location. He's staying on top of workers too. Yeah. It's
so hard to move out in this position though, to get enough turrets and get enough units to not get run over by speed zealots and dragoons.
Even Reaver, like whenever Terrans are slowly trying to push out and take their third, Protoss could do ridiculous things with a single shuttle and a single Reaver at preventing move outs. It's
one scan goes off and he sees it's gateway man, but he didn't see the Arbiter attack, so he knows it's just massive units, and in like 1 minute or something, 1.5 minutes, Shin is going to be maxed out.
Yeah, he's not taking a fourth base yet though. It looks like there's a mine blocking top left, but yeah, he should be maxed here pretty shortly with the Arbiter, with Stasis. It looked like as well. This is going to be a scary timing.
Pretty straightforward game from Shin. Like he's just playing as normal as it gets, just making mass units. Annoying pickoff though, losing that probe.
Yeah, now he's got to send another one. We're seeing Tarson move out on the map. He obviously knows he set that up, and that Jin is in a position to take a fourth, wants to take a fourth. So he wants to try to deny that as long as possible. Yep, because again, this is getting so annoying here for Shin. Actually, even losing a Dragoon to, a mine. A little unfortunate. But you know what? I was gonna say it's a little scary having all the vultures out on the map when there's a big timing coming.
Saw the Arbiter and he sees all the zealots, but he's doing quite well keeping up with the unit count, like 150. That's what you actually need to hold this off. And we haven't seen a shuttle yet either, so I think he needs to like get his vultures home. He needs everything to hold this, but it's not sure that Shin is trying to push him. Maybe Shin is just trying to catch him off guard in the middle of the map. And I was going to say that because Tarson had the really fast starport, I was hoping his +2 was already on the way, but it looked like he has forgotten about his science building.
Oh no. Okay, looks like he at least has it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just finished, and he has 1-1 right now, so...
Oh no. Yeah, that's a little behind on the upgrades then, so far. Definitely needs to get 2-2 started here.
There is a few minutes before Tarson actually can push out, because he can't push out without 2-1, and he needs to put these tanks in a better position.
Yeah, he's caught. There's nothing on the high ground either. All those vultures are out on the map.
He's
gonna... Ooh, wow. Lot of zealots coming in here from Shin. Yeah, so without those vultures, there's just no buffer here for Tarson. All the tanks were caught on siege. It just seemed like he didn't expect Shin to move in at this point.
No, he was kind of caught with his pants down, because he had the units he needed to hold this. I think he still gets away though.
I don't know. I think that Natural's in some serious trouble.
Like all the tanks are kind of reset, but he still has 4 of them in frozen down.
Yeah, still no vision underneath that Arbiter. The tanks are unfrozen.
Demolition Man tanks right over there. He needs some Stallone tanks to wake up and...
Yeah, seriously. get unthawed and yeah, start killing the bad guys here.
Oh, what's the name of the basketball player?
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah. Finn Rodman.
Wesley Snipes. It was Wesley Snipes, I think, right? Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah, it was Dennis Rodman and Wesley Snipes. Those were in that movie. Like Dennis Rodman was the bad guy or something.
Okay. Yeah. Well, man, big damage does get done there from Jin, but Tarson actually kind of cleaned it up. He's 50 supply behind, but at least he's still alive. Wow, 4th command center even.
Yeah, I think he has a decent amount of factories as well, and as soon as +2 maybe comes online, and Shin maybe like waste a second wave or something.
Yeah, if he really throws another wave of units away, maybe he's got a shot here. Only 47 SCVs to the 61 workers of Shin.
Because right now it's just dragoons and zealots. An Arbiter.
Yeah.
Like...
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna get like more trash of a comp like the later he goes. If he gets a dominant enough position, he should just start going carrier maybe or something like that.
Do we have EMP?
Ooh,
he misses.
Yeah, unfortunate. Another nice stasis on those Sylvester Stallone siege tanks here.
We need to siege the high ground, but now it's just too much.
Yeah, it's too late. He could maybe D-Matrix one of them, but yeah, this is... Oh man, even splashes him with a mine. Yeah, it looks like Shin gonna end up taking game 1 here. But it looked like winnable at points for Tarson. He's really... It's not like he's getting outclassed in the control or macro or anything. Just a couple of different decisions, and maybe he could have taken it, but it does look very strong here early on.
Definitely, he did. Tarson did have a chance right there, but he was kind of caught off guard in the first attack, and his siege tank was reset. +2, a little late.
Yeah, +2 is a little late for sure. Yeah, well, so it goes. Yeah, I think the vultures also, being across the map for the big battle too. Maybe if he had a little, few more vultures to kind of tank, might have had a better shot. Who knows?
I think maybe Tarson made too many units as well, because you can see Shin, he only made 2 types of units, and that's enough. So
yeah.
if you just keep tanks, vultures, no Goliaths, no Wraiths, no nothing, just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. No dropships. Yeah, all you need, tank vulture. Okay. Well, we'll see if he gets your advice here for game number 2. Yeah. So Shin up 1-0. At least it's going to be Tarson's map pick here. What do you think are strong maps for Tarson to pick TVP in this map pool?
I've been wrong then at the time I'm trying to pick a map, but I'm guessing Vermeer, that Tarson wants a 4-player map, so he doesn't know that he gets gas stolen or something like on Neo Origin, or so. I'm putting my money on Vermeer this time.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, I know how common it is in versus Protoss maps to get your gas stolen. It's so annoying. But Deja Vu is going to be the choice. I think this is a pretty cool one. Exactly as you said, big 4-player map. The high ground center leading to low ground naturals is kind of incentivizes early aggression, I'd say, for TVP. So, yeah.
Kind of surprised they picked this one though, because if Protoss gets on the high grounds, like there's just a lot of ramps in the middle of the map and around in that circle. So if he puts up like a concave right there, it's going to be hard for Tarson to push up. Well, like in Vermeer, it's more open space and not that many ramps.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually seen a ton of TVP on this map. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like Protoss could probably grab the middle a little
as
earlier.
You can see in the map preview here, it's quite hard for the Terran to take a 3rd base here as well, because there's so much space between the natural and in the 3rd, so kinda like Radeon, like you can just bulldoze down with a lot of Dragoons and Zealots, but yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like we are ready to go, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 of our winter final, Shin versus Tarson. And spawning top right side as the blue Terran. Trying to make a comeback, it is Tarson.
And in the bottom right, we have Shin. 1 game away from moving it into a round of 16, which is quite strong, considering it's most likely his first season in ProLeague or in BSL.
Yeah, like you said, it's a name I haven't recognized yet, so he's at least, I think, new to BSL, but clearly a pretty talented player.
Gonna be a proxy gate, or a forward gate.
Oh, nice, okay. Razz likes to do this sometimes. The pylon on the high ground, high ground. It's really nice. And yeah, look at the timing on this gateway. Let's see,
but the ramp is so tight with those eggs, so you don't really need that much to block it. Like maybe 1 SCV blocks it, I think, and then you have 2 or 3 Marines behind it. But it's going to be a first scout from Shin. That's quite annoying for Tarson.
And close positions, right? He's not cross map or anything, so yeah, very fortunate here, I'll say, for Shin.
Well,
yep.
I think you kind of know that it's not proxy gate, or it's not gates in the middle, because the probe is so fast.
Okay. That's I guess that makes sense. Either way, whenever I have an early probe in my main, I'm concerned already. Like something, I'm like, what's up? Something's up. I know you're so good. What can
I know. Like, why are you scouting so fast? And it's a 4-player map, and you get scouted in the first attempt
every time. Yep, every single time.
And when you go out to scout, you go to the left, and you find him last.
Well, we got some pretty good harass going down here from Shin. Already forcing a couple SCVs to be pulled. That barracks to be delayed minutely. And yeah, probe's still alive, full health, just really annoying.
But it's a really good factory timing from Tarson. It's fast. Like, if you have the factory at like 229, then it's super fast, and like 229 to 233, then it's okay. But if you start moving up to the 240 mark, then it's super late.
Okay.
But gets the news with the Zealot.
Yeah, it does see the Zealot. He's got to be a little worried now, but he's at least got a nice Sim City. Factory's halfway done. Still, these are quick Zealots. And yeah, Zealot Probe is just very annoying. Like, it's going to try to delay the factory.
You need to focus down the probe first, because that's mainly what's doing most, strangely enough, most damage, because that makes the Zealot just 2 hits when you have the annoying probe.
Yep. Yeah, that extra DPS is very key. Can move pretty well too.
Looks like he only made 1 Zealot. Or 2? Or yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just the 1 even.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a fast Nexus behind this.
So yeah, like no committal at all. And Tarson's aware. He's going to try to target down the probe. Actually forces the probe to run. Kills it! Yeah, nice job, Tarson. Very well done there.
Declaring this game to Tarson anyway. Doesn't matter how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. He already won.
Saying when I play versus Bonnet and he has 12 carriers and I kill 1, it's a win. It's a personal win. Yeah.
It's definitely a personal win. Oh man. Nexus did get very delayed, but it finally goes down. Tarson even has a faster command center than the Nexus of Shin.
Yeah, and we have a sneaky vulture down on the map, but the Zealot is blocking on the ramp. Ooh, is it?
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah. I think he sent the second Dragoon as well, because range is probably soon.
He did.
Yeah.
He's actually backing up with it. He realizes he's a little vulnerable, so at the same time, Tarson wisely pulling that vulture back. eBay going down. That's a fast eBay, right?
Yeah, it's really fast, because I don't think he knows what's the follow. But did he see? No, he didn't see the Nexus go down, because he killed the probe. But
I think he saw the Nexus go down, actually.
No, but
with the vulture.
Maybe with the vulture. Yeah, I saw the vulture, but he didn't know before the vulture went out. So he might think it. No, I don't know. Mine's ready. He might think it would be fast DTs or something, but
maybe just in case. I don't know. Yeah, but it does seem very early. It'll pay off because it's Robo anyway, right? Whether it's Observer or Reaver, at least he's getting some value from the turrets.
Yeah, and it still has the initial vulture outside on the map, so we're gonna put some mines for the Dragoons when they try to retreat. So hopefully Tarson can catch them if he runs into them, if he can push them all the way back, but he needs to be careful.
Yeah, I like the 2 SCVs trying to kill their comrade tank by blocking them out there with the Dragoons.
Never seen a weaker attempt of repairing a siege tank in my life.
Oh! Boom! Huge hit. Second Dragoon down. Does he get the third one?
The third one is really injured though, and but he's soon on 2 gates, and yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Tarson's actually just gonna follow up. He's rallying vultures, actually sending SCVs too. Oh no, doesn't want to donate that vulture.
But if he can get a hit on it,
he does.
Yeah,
gets another hit.
2 weak Dragoons. So now we just need to rally down and get more. But it's just 1 tank though.
Oh, he's just stuck on the ramp. I think he's had that tank for a while too. Oh man, if that tank was here, I think he. Yeah.
I don't think he sees it. If you see on the minimap, you can barely see that there's a blue dot there.
Yeah, he probably doesn't see it. Man. That's too bad. I mean, he should just back up then. He needs to recognize, hey, this is 6 Dragoons. I know, Marines are tough, but not that tough.
Yeah, everything is getting pulled apart right here. I don't think he ever had a chance either to kill the gate. might have worked off for him, but
maybe with the second tank and like right away. But yeah, not right now. That's for sure.
and now we see the Robo or the Reaver tech. Already out. Ooh.
It's the first time we've seen Reaver out of Shin, so kind of interested to see how good the control is. I mean, I'm sure it's amazing. Everyone
Just a single Reaver though, nothing to buffer. Didn't bring Zealots or a Dragoon.
Yeah, at least he's got to force a pull. Good control from Tarson. Only lost one SCV so far. Ooh, Shin gonna commit into the main. So this is what Razz likes to do. It's just get hyper aggressive with the early Reaver, but I think it's just so valuable sometimes just to keep it alive. Does get an additional SCV.
But does he get out though?
I don't think he gets out.
Oh!
Oh! Mine blows up the Reaver, but not before it gets one more Scarab shot.
Yeah, up 10 in supply and workers. What do you have? Yeah, that's a great siege from Tarson. So Shin just can't run in and surprise him again.
Yeah, and it looks like he was trying to. Does shave off a Dragoon from Shin's forces. But Shin, yeah, going to just go ahead and retreat for now. Likely wants to take a third base, and we already see, again, Tarson ahead of the game with these vultures. He's constantly moving these vultures into positions where he knows his opponent wants to expand. He's very good.
It was so close to put down the Nexus as well, because the mine moved when it's trying to kill the Zealot.
Yeah, I saw it. He was still going for it, too. And he would have been, you know, it was a nice try. It's worthwhile.
I would have been furious as Tarson if he killed the Zealot and the mine moved.
Oh, this is a big committal, right? 6-fact timing from Tarson?
Yeah, this is going to be all in from Tarson. But like you see now, he already has goons on the ramp, so if he just commits Shin, if he just puts all his units there, how is Tarson ever going to get up?
Yeah, I don't know how. That's exactly what I've been wondering for, you know, this map anyway. Especially Reaver shuttle on the high ground. I mean, good luck. It's going to be really, really tough. You did say you wanted to, you thought last game he was trying to be too complicated and he should only make vultures and tanks, so at least he's just going 6-fact vulture tank this game.
It's the only way to do it.
Yep. Okay, trying to get a little tricky with a turret there. But actually the shuttle gonna go ahead and cancel that.
Kinda surprised or confused about Shin's movement. Like, he pulled back 10 Dragoons to kill 2 mines when he has so much at home. But maybe he thinks there are more vultures on the map that he isn't aware of.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like it's just the 2 outside Shin's natural, but yeah, he might think there's more on the map as well. I feel like Shin needs to start getting his Dragoons on that high ground above the cliff, honestly. Maybe he's afraid of just moving around and walking into mines or something.
Yeah, I think Shin just needs like one more shuttle, stuff it filled with Zealot or something, and then sit on the ramp, and as soon as Tarson tries to move up or something, he just carpet bombs it. But he has a lot of Goliaths because Shin knows that he has the speed shuttle, so he needs a lot of Goliaths to be able to target them down fast enough.
Yeah, he does have a lot of Goliaths. Spending most of the gas, though, he's only banked up about 400 gas in addition to what he has. And this is, looks like the timing Tarson's been waiting for. No Reaver out front. I'm a little surprised by that. I feel like that Reaver should just be sitting and delaying this push as long as possible. But it does group up with the second shuttle. And he is, in fact, going for that carpet bomb style. About 8-9 tanks, looks like, from Tarson.
Yeah, it's a lot of units from Tarson now. I think we just need another rally of vultures. We need a lot of vultures coming right down now.
Here we go.
A lot of units from Tarson. Gets
yeah,
one shuttle. Reaver goes down pretty fast.
Yeah,
Zealots
Reaver
are
went down pretty fast, actually.
Ooh,
Tarson, I don't know why he unsieged. It was going too well, and I don't know why he unsieged. Man. I really... Oh, no. That was unfortunate. He still might even clean this up, but man, the unsiege timing was a little rough there.
Yeah, I think have got a one more volley or something from the siege tanks, then he might have been able to siege down. But you can see the supply is pretty close, and he killed most of the dragoons, so...
And I mean, also Shin has worker lead, so you know it might even be army lead for Tarson here.
This is super close.
Supplies are even now.
I'm liking this from Tarson. Like he hit his window. I think Shin is in full panic mode now. If he can get up some turrets, some mines, and 2 or 3 more siege down there,
should kill off this forward gateway. I don't know why he's not set. Oh, is there a Reaver in there? Oh, he's been dropping on top of the mines. Oh man.
I was gonna say we need more SCVs, and it's sending down more SCs. But
yeah, he killed the tanks, I guess.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's only 2 add-on on the factory, so he's only making 2 tanks at a time. And oh no. It's so close. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to clear these mines while, you know, they're waiting for siege tanks. Siege tanks finally do arrive, but I mean, right about when all of the mines have already been cleared up, Jin maybe created the space he needed to re-secure this natural. And don't forget, he's got this 3rd base over here as well, so he's absolutely less all-in than Tarson. However, Tarson might sniff this 3rd base out and could still kill it off too, so he's got options.
Yeah, but we need to send more units down. You can see a big clump of units outside of Tarson's base. Like, he needs more...
He needs to rally every factory.
Yeah, every tank needs to come down on a high ground. If he wants to commit and hold that high ground, it have to be more. Like, you have 4...
Oh man, yeah, look at that. 4 tanks and all those vultures. Yeah, he needs to go. Because I think Shin's about to go. I mean, he's loading up these shuttles. He might even be going right now. He knows how critical this is. Yeah, he's got another tank in the center.
Yeah.
There's only 2 tanks here. This is crazy. Oh man. Here we go. Shuttles loading up, going in for that carpet bomb. The rallying tanks do make it back in time. And this high ground... Oh, Reaver is just in the perfect position though, but falls to just the vulture volleys. Vulture's now tanking for these remaining siege tanks.
Tarson's up in supply, but those
it's still
siege
so
tanks,
close. I'm having a hard time calling it. Good mine connects even. Dragoon's not quite able to get on this last siege tank, but the vultures are falling quite quickly now.
Yeah, it's so close. Is the tank not firing? It looked like it was dudding out.
Yeah, it does look like it's just dudding out. It wasn't firing at all. Huh.
I think we need to send more SCVs now, build up those turrets again, and just rally down there. Just shift-click fast as hell and get all your units down there.
Yep, he should unload that bunker, send those marines, like just everything. Yeah, Maine is mined out here, even for Shin. And I mean, there's no 4th base on the way. He's going to try to probably move these probes out to the 3rd, or maybe not even. Oh man, another carpet bomb.
No.
Reaver coming in. Will be able to take out the 2 siege tanks. Very well done here from Shin. Last siege tank remaining. Yeah, actually 2 more rallying. Wow, he hangs on to the high ground. Still so close.
Try to be not rooting for Tarson here, but I'm rooting for the Terran race.
Yeah, he's actually floating the main too to take a 3rd, so Tarson will be able to continue this pressure.
Yeah, it's so close. He just needs to rally everything down there, and now he's on 1-1 as well. And Shin, he doesn't really have that much. Like,
look at all the he's just probes. He's 60 probes.
Zealot and Dragoons. The Reaver haven't done that much work either when he's trying to bust out. And the first game we saw, like, he was on 12 gates, now he's on 9.
I feel like Tarson needs to add like a factory add-on and make more tanks.
Yeah, if you look at the gas of Tarson, he definitely could afford a 3 add-on gas, 3 add-on.
Yeah. I mean, it's so tight, right? He's committed nothing to eco, which is why he's on such low factory count to begin with. You know, he's really just trying to sprint units over here to just kind of hang them. Yeah, this could be big. But Tarson's third base is going to kick online here now. So we should see him shoot up a little bit in supply. Plenty of vultures sitting behind the natural there.
Imagine if Shin forgot to make Storm right now.
He just walks in with a bunch of Templar. That would be funny.
Yeah, clicking T, nothing happens.
Well, it could happen, man. I've witnessed it.
Okay, we're doing it.
Yeah, Vulture's actually even getting back on top of the siege tanks, trying to help tank for some of this. Nope, did not forget that storm. Beautiful storms on top of these siege tanks here, and more Templars starting to rally in. But I mean, there's plenty of Vultures too, and once again, Tarson might just barely hold on to this high ground. He needs to rally everything. He should send like 5 SCVs over here just to make turrets repair. He's just gonna hang on to the spot, and he's doing it barely.
It's like the game versus WolFix. The reinforcements comes in just in time.
Like just barely in time, every single time. Yep. Oh, does lose the observer, and once again, look at that.
GG.
Every single unit just barely surviving. GG is called there from Shin, and Tarson taking game 2 of the winners final versus Shin. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was never in doubt. I called it. Tarson was definitely going to take that game.
Yeah. You did have his back from the start. I gotta say.
Yeah, didn't I say 60-40 to Tarson? I don't know. We have to look at the VODs later and confirm.
Yeah, confirm. You did say just make tanks and vultures. Don't get too crazy with it, and it worked. I mean, it's pretty much what you did, right? Just 5-pack rally tank and vultures outside the mat. So
yeah, as long as he stopped making Goliaths, he won the game.
Yeah, which he did. So well done there. Big win from Tarson, tying it up here, and yeah, his shots of making it out of this group in first place are still alive. But with that being said, you know, game 3, it's the ball's back in Shin's court as far as map selection, and we were just talking about how it would be ideal for Tarson to pick a 4-player map to prevent, you know, like shenanigan stuff like 2-player map, gas steals, and proxy gates and stuff. My call is I think Jin is probably gonna pick a 2-player map and do some shenanigans. At least I would. Yeah.
How many 2-player maps are? I'm going to go for Dominator.
Okay, you'd go Dominator? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I would go... Oh, it looks like he's going to pick 4-player map. Pantheon. Huh.
Maybe he would just play it like he did on the Radeon map. Like he just plays standard, no Reaver shenanigans, and just builds up a massive army in 13 minutes.
Yeah, that definitely could be a call. Like he had a very slick arbiter timing with those stasises to kind of clear out, you know, Tarson's natural the first game. So maybe he could do something similar here for game 3. Could be a good call.
Also, yeah, Harry, you have the opportunity to put on some early pressure with the Zealots because it's a downwards ramp. Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. It's downwards. So if you're attacking it from the top of the ramp, it's yeah, you have high ground advantage. So it can be a little tricky even for like early Zealot harass, I'd guess too. Yeah.
I'm guessing we're going to see a cross spawn Nexus first build right now.
It could happen. But
someone checking on Artosis. That's what we're going to see right now.
Well, both of our players are ready to go, so let's jump into the final game of the series here for winners finals. It's Tarson versus Shin on Pantheon. And spawning top left as the red Protoss from China.
And the top right corner, we have the Polish Terran. Almost, just one win from making it into round of 16. Both players.
Yep. Both players are. Yeah, Tarson making it out of the group in first place would be a pretty big deal, I'd say. But, you know, his timing looked very strong last game. I kind of would like to see him do something similar, right? If he did get a very strong win with a 5-fact timing, you know, the previous game, maybe just go for it again.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, if it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, Shin, even last game, it was a very close match. He's clearly playing very solid, but if you're able to exploit a weakness, maybe go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so little the last game. Like, Tarson seemed to just have just enough. Even though it didn't look like the fights were going his way, he just had enough anyway, so...
Yeah, just barely. Remember, that was with forgetting, you know, like the second take early on and stuff, so... imagine if, you know, maybe even some of the earlier engagements went slightly better too. It would have been an even stronger opener, so...
Yeah, with the Unsiege, it was
Yeah.
looking scary.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The Unsiege. That was a big one. Still won the fight.
What is Shin doing?
This looks like proxy DT, is my guess.
Yeah, and Tarson luckily have the first scout, but it's also like a 50-50 chance that Tarson is in bottom left and bottom right. So maybe it's just like gambling that he's one of the location and doing like a 3-gate goon.
Still, this is maybe
It's going to be DTs.
I don't know.
Wasn't
it has to be.
Wasn't it Rain that was doing this? Or is it Sharp?
Yeah, I think it was.
Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen.
Yeah, I think it was Rain vs Sharp, and he just went proxy DT, made a gateway next to the archives as well, right? I think.
I wonder where Tarson is putting all his Marine back. Like you can put the Marines forward on the ramp and have like a SCV there, but now he just lets Finn run into his base and see everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't look like the Zealot's really going to be able to get much damage done. Tarson is all over that unit control, and yep, only took a little bit of damage. Yep, there's the proxied gateway with it.
But there's Tarson. You haven't confirmed where the second pylon is yet, so
yeah, you know there's no second pylon. You don't see range. That tells you proxy something. It's what there's a chance it's proxy 2 more gateways. Could be proxy DT like we see. So
I would be scared now.
He should be, for sure. And I think he's sprinting across the map with his Vulture to try to confirm. Nope. Didn't actually run by. I thought he was going to run by.
But it kind of looks like a Nexus as well, because he put the pylon there and have the Dragoon there.
He saw with the... I think the Nexus would have been down when the SCV scouted, though. If it was Nexus. No? I don't know. Either way, this is scary.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath, definitely. But those DTs are so fast.
They're mega fast. There's no eBay. There's no mines yet. Even if he gets mines, he's probably going to place them from natural to natural, right? And we know that this DT is coming from such a weird location. Yeah, this is... Oh man, this is painful to see.
I wish like we had like a face cam of Tarson right now, seeing when he sees the invisible object moving across. He attacked. Okay, it was smart. Take out the Vulture though. Yeah.
Yeah, kills the Vulture before it can place mines. So it ends up being the right call.
Yeah.
There's no eBay. There's no Comstat. Just two little Cape boys gonna walk in here and kill whatever they want.
Yeah, this is devastating. Annoying way to go out, especially after you played 2 decent games and then.
Yeah, I seriously, two very close games. You know, against with an unknown top Chinese competitor. So yeah.
Yeah, this is just going to be unlimited rallied DTs.
Yeah, and GG is called there from Tarson, and Shin going to be the first to make it out of the group after yet another really close series here, 2-1 over Tarson. So yeah, very well done to him, and can't wait to see more Shin as we get further into the round of 16.
It's good to see the foreigners giving the Chinese players a run for their money, so they don't just get a walkthrough in the round of 24.
Sure, absolutely. And I mean, both sets were pretty close. Razz took a game with some DT shenanigans of his own. Tarson with that 5-fact timing, taking a very solid win as well. But Shin showing, he's definitely going to be someone to be reckoned with. You gotta. I'm sure a lot of the other round of 16 competitors going to be studying this pretty closely to try to figure out, what best to do versus Shin's style of play. But yeah, next up we have our losers match here. It's going to be Razz facing off versus WolFix in another Protoss versus Terran match. So should be pretty exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll just go for a few minute break here, everyone. So yeah, I guess just go get your snacks, drink some water, drink something, and then come back in just a few minutes. We'll be back with some more BSL action.
Yeah, be right back.
Hey yo, welcome back everybody to BSL19 Group D. I'm Machine, joined by Medinho, and we've been watching some epic StarCraft so far today. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this next match, Medino?
Most definitely. Like I mentioned earlier, like I have the opportunity to face Razz in the semifinals in Gosu League. If you just mind where his Dragoons goes, I think it's going to go Razz's way. Wolf didn't look like he was ready, turned on really.
Yeah, he he had a really tough time, obviously with Tarson the previous match. I mean, Tarson obviously had very close games with Shin, so he clearly was playing very well today. But yeah, knowing Razz and knowing his style, he's a very hyper aggressive Protoss. I'd say really likes his Reaver control. There's one thing he may mistake occasionally is just getting overly aggressive early on with groups of Dragoons and things, pushing into too many tanks. But still he's What was that?
I was going to say I don't like his statistics. If it's correct versus T, it's 0%. So
yeah,
maybe that maybe that changes today.
Yeah, that maybe will change today. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
WolFix nearly have a 50% win rate, so he just needs to win every now and then. So if he wins 2 out of 3 today, he might do it. Get his revenge against Tarson in the advancement match.
Yeah, he might be able to. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Looks like map going to be Radion. I think it's a pretty solid map for TVP in general. But yeah, with that, both of our players are ready to go, folks. Let's jump into game number 1 here between Razz and WolFix. And spawning bottom right side as the blue Protoss from the United States, it is Razz.
And in the bottom left corner, spawning as the blue Terran, we have the Polish player, WolFix.
So Radion, they are close positions, right? Like both their naturals are going to face each other. Closer rush distance, I guess, for early Zealot harass. What are your thoughts on their positions so far?
Yeah, I like it when it's close position that we can see some early harassment and some early aggression. I kind of want to see like a fast expansion or something for one of them.
Like a 12 Nexus or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But I don't know if Razz is a 12 Nex player.
He's not. I tell him he should be. I'm like, you need to be just the dirtiest Protoss player of all time. But he refuses to do it. He's really not a... If anything, he...
yeah, well, he's racking up probes.
He is! Oh, man, I love this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the results of these, by the way, so... Yeah, you didn't tell me.
Yeah,
I guess it is a 12 pool.
He's been taking notes from your coaching, so...
Good. Alright, it's gonna pay off. Yeah, I always tell him, I'm like, you need a 12 Nexus way more. He does a lot of forward gate stuff versus Terran and proxy gate and gas steal, but not really 12 Nexus, so this is different for him.
It's a fast scout as well from Razz. Do you normally do that, or do you want that probe to be mining? Because you need every mineral that you can have.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you need every probe mining, and by not scouting, it's just one less thing to be scouted, right? So you can maybe hide that you're going 12 Nexus a little longer by not scouting, but I don't know. Clearly, WolFix can scout it.
Yeah, they both get the first scout, and this gives Razz the opportunity to either go one gate Forge, because he will be seeing what WolFix is doing, and it almost gets that too.
Yeah, I think Gate Forge is really strong given their position. If you watch like Flash play, right, and he's close position versus 12 decks, he's bunker rushing 100% of the time. And I guess like the Terrans that have done the math all say the same. Like you cannot let the 12 Nexus sit. So I'm expecting WolFix to pull the SCVs any second now. And I mean, one cannon just kills Bio so well in this matchup.
Yeah, I think he just wants to get rid of that probe, and now we're going to see the pull. Like he's
keeping on gas.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
How did he click it? Like the SCV died.
I don't know. Did it die that much faster?
He might have had a death cam or something, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, here come the SCVs and the Marines. If you're Razz, you have to expect this. Oh, big damage, free damage onto the first Marine.
Yeah,
kills it. Wow. Very well done from Razz here so far, and this is just a single Zealot.
He needs to run back. Yeah, he should have run the opposite way, towards Terran base.
Yeah, exactly, and just caught rallying Marines from then on. Gets another one! He just slips in the center of all the SCVs. He's like, nope, I'm gonna kill you too.
Vulture's out, and there's still two Marines and a lot of SCVs.
Yeah,
I think he might
either.
see a bunker getting up here. No?
Oh, the Marines are just sitting there, man. They're really bad. They're just gonna AFK. That poor guy, man. You can tell he's trying to control them, and they're just not listening. Bunker might get up, like you said, though. This is a pretty good position. This is a lot of SCVs committed, which, I mean, are very good even in high numbers versus, like, Dragoons at this point. Kill the Marine at the bunker!
No!
There. It didn't get in. Oh, man, it didn't get in. Crazy. Razz looking like he's off to a good start here. He's got to move those Dragoons, though. You don't want to lose the early Dragoons for free. Oh, there is another Marine on the way. It's going to get caught, though.
Yeah, it's going to be picked off.
At least it picks off one Marine. Oh, no. Full surround. That Dragoon's going to pop. And, yeah, I mean, supplies are still close. No way. No way. He's going to surround and kill another Dragoon with the SCVs? Crazy.
I was going to say, like, the SCVs was so absent. Like, the Vulture just got in and got killed because the SCVs wasn't repairing. And the Marines were dying. They didn't cover for the Zealots. But then it was a clutch SCVs in the end there.
It is only a single Marine in the bunker for now. Second one on the way. Razz at least using the time he has with this Dragoon to target down some of these much needed SCVs here from WolFix. Worker counts
should have mines soon.
I mean, how long until he could DPS down this bunker? I mean, he should just be focusing down SCVs, right? To prevent the repair.
Range is done. Oh, he's losing a Vulture with 3 mines. Nope. Great micro from Razz there, picking down those.
Yeah, great control here from Razz. Another mine going down in a key position at the bottom of the bunker. That's very scary if you're Razz. And actually, now there's enough Marines in the bunker that I think this Nexus might fall.
Yeah, it's in danger, but he needs to repair the bunker.
Yeah, he does need to repair it. He's just optimizing. Oh no! Oh man.
What did I say in the beginning of the match? That Razz kind of had to avoid stepping on mines?
Yeah, you did kind of say that. That was, yeah, key mine connect there. Oh man, and this was potentially held timing too for Razz at one point.
Yeah, I thought he had it there. Like, he got so many Marines in the beginning, but he gets the... Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he got it as well. Does pick off a tank, which is a nice pickup. But man, that bunker is still in range? That's crazy. Wow. Vulture inside the main here. And yeah, this is now in position to do some big damage to Razz's mineral line.
Maybe this is why the reason Razz isn't doing 12 max.
Yeah, maybe. Like he really doesn't do it very often.
So. Tomorrow he's going to be in the local Discord like, Machine, did you see? This is why I don't listen to you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting to hear it, man. It's probably gonna happen. I mean, it looked like it was pretty much a done deal for him at one point. Oh man, so tough. That was another huge mind connect there. WolFix already with a natural command center. I mean, look at that worker count, leading in worker count.
Razz
Already
supply blocked.
Yeah, that dreaded 33.
Yeah,
supply
typical
block.
Razz, yeah.
Typical 33. Oh man. Yeah, this is tough. Second factory's up. I wonder if do you think WolFix will just kind of try to hold this bottom of the ramp position? Is there a time where he needs to back up? I guess maybe with Reaver?
Yeah, I think it's enough with 1 siege and maybe 2 if you want to be kind of greedy. Because the only way Razz is getting out is with Reavers. So I will keep the next round of units back home. You have delayed the expand for so long.
Oh, gets a Dragoon as well. Nice job there from WolFix. He's trying to drag back into the mines. Mine not quite able to go down. There is a pylon behind that natural, so WolFix trying to get some more free damage by killing off an additional pylon as well. Well done from him. I think there was a probe there too, so just slight advantages at this point. I mean, every second this ticks down, this is WolFix mining a natural expansion in addition to the main. Up on worker count.
I think this is enough for WolFix. Like, he doesn't need any more units down there. Now he just needs to hold off from the Reaver. Get the siege up behind the turret. Or... yeah.
Yep, you called it. I don't get how anything's going to go down that ramp. I don't think it's really going to be possible here for Razz to break out.
Yeah, speed kicks in. He didn't see the probe unload. Ah, now he saw it.
Great scouting to even look for that from WolFix. So he does see that the Reaver's coming back. We see a tank running back into the main. He's got turrets, fortunately. Ooh, first big Reaver unload. Huge Scarab connect.
We took a lot of damage on the shuttle.
Oh, and there are those 2 Goliaths. He's been very diligent about making. Oh no! Walks into the turret. He could have kept that alive too.
He can get only 2 HP on both of them if you recognize that it's no.
It's like some Slayer's boxer control here from WolFix.
And he finished it off with the Goliath as well. And he's moving out.
Wow.
Oh, GG. Yeah.
GG is called there. So, yeah, looks like WolFix going to end up taking game 1 of the series. It was very close early on there. You know, if he had gotten away with that 12 next, maybe managed to kind of keep that expansion alive, he obviously would have recovered a little better. Yeah.
I thought he had it there for a second because he killed off so many Marines in the beginning. And SCVs are dying, he killed off the 2 first vultures. But
yeah, it was looking really good. It was definitely like just kind of like like a close initiation. The first 2 zealots just kind of walked in and picked off the initial like 3 Marines or whatever right away very quickly, so it was looking good. But
yeah, you can see the zealots were screaming for Frodo and then just running towards Mordor.
Yeah,
kill off those orcs. Yeah.
Exactly, man. Shoot. Well, at least with this, it's going to be Razz's map choice. I think he really likes playing 2-player maps, PvT. So I'm trying to remember the 2-player map that's in this pool, but there is one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Neo Origin or Dark Origin.
There we go. Yeah, Neo Dark Origin. I mean, Gas Steel is just so strong on that map. Protoss can really just make the game chaotic for Terran early on. And I think that's kind of where Razz's strengths lie. He's very good in those pure aggression kind of chaos moments where, you know, multiple timings are happening at the same time.
Yeah, you called it.
Yep, I knew it. Yeah, I know his style for sure. He loves proxy gates and we'll get into it, but yeah. Neo Dark Origin gonna be the match.
Tough game.
Yeah, it is for Terran. It really, really is. So that's why I think this is a smart pick as a Protoss player. But yeah, here we go. I think we're ready to jump into it, folks. It's gonna be Razz versus WolFix on Neo Dark Origin. And spawning top left side of Dark Origin as the red Terran, it is WolFix.
And in the bottom right corner, we have Razz. I remember. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was half expecting a probe to already be running across the map. Okay, it looks like it is on 7 supply or whatever. Because he really likes to gas steal. I think it's very strong versus Terran, personally.
Yeah, let's just hope it's not a bow up island. But he knows where to place it, so no bow up island. Yeah, he put
it that far forward. Oh man, I gotta see that.
He couldn't place any gates there. I can't remember. It was a couple of seasons ago. I can't remember who it was against. With.
That's hella funny. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be a forward gateway gas steal likely out of Razz.
I was gonna say, do you gas first or gate first? Because no, he's hiding the probe, so he's gonna just run in. But you have to cut probe for this? No.
Oh! You gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's so hard for Terran players as well to get the gas fast enough because you have to make it gas at 10 or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's really tough to do, and that just kind of throws off everything else about your early build.
I wonder if it's going to be a 2-rack build now from WolFix, or if it's just going to play it out.
I'd like to see a 2 racks opener. I like that that's kind of been going up in popularity in this matchup, but who knows? Could just as easily be he could just try to hold a command center at the natural.
Yeah,
what do you like to do versus gas steal?
I like to play it out. Like my 2 racks build are awful. So
okay.
Normally when I get gas steal, I have 1 SCV chasing the probe to avoid getting damage on my barrack, and then I put 1 SCV on the gas as soon as I get gas stolen to start dealing that DPS early on, and later I will put 2 on it so you can kill it quite fast.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the few things I know as Terran, because I think I saw a YouTube video of Rush saying that you have to put early DPS on it. Then you don't really need to have 6 SCVs killing it. You just kill it off with 1 or 2.
I see. Just like even while it's forming and stuff, or
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They take like double damage while being produced or something like that. Yeah.
But we only see like 1 SimCity for WolFix. Like he doesn't have the normal supply depot next to the barrack like you normally do. Great block here from WolFix.
Yeah, really good block.
And he gas steal Razz himself, so
that's pretty funny. How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
You can't mind your gas.
Like a game of Uno, this like the reverse card.
Yeah. That's funny. We got a Nexus finally going down for Razz though.
There's 3 zealots, and I don't know, can you like punch up that ramp? Maybe.
I mean, I wouldn't versus like 5. I guess you could.
I think as long as he keeps 2 SCVs there and not 1, you can. There's a lot more. Is he cannoning outside the space? There's so much green. No. Okay.
No, I guess he's just kind of keeping a probe there. That might be smart though. I've never seen that. Oh, is that 2 factory? I think there's 2. Anyone who's listened to my cast knows I do not like 2 fact builds. I think they're garbage.
Oh, but this is scary though. 6 Marines versus 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kind of bait, yeah. Ooh. He saw the zealots.
Yeah, he does see the zealots.
Yeah.
Wisely gets back up onto that ramp. Yeah, I don't know. I think two-fact is just almost always a bad idea. You never really see pros at the high level get wins with this.
I wonder what Razz is going to do though. I think he made Forge, but do you follow up with DTs behind this build to, like, he sees how many Marines there are? Do you need DTs maybe?
I don't think so. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I don't feel like you really need DTs just necessarily because you see so much bio.
I think Razz need a second gas as well to like be able to keep up with the production, get the range on the Dragoons.
Yeah, you could be right. He just takes that second assimilator right now. Still no cannon at the natural, so if that goes for too long, and maybe WolFix might be able to sneak a couple vultures around and do some harass as well.
I think Razz killed off the S. Didn't WolFix have an SCV in the top right corner?
I think he did that low HP one. Yep,
yeah,
that retreated. So he did kill that off.
Oh,
nice.
We have medics. That's why he's making so many Marines.
Oh man, I mean, I feel like Forge beats this unless he's waiting for Siege. Oh, it is Siege. Okay.
Yeah.
So cannons aren't gonna even help in that case. Only 3 gateways. Maybe if he knew this was coming, he would get a 4th gateway? I don't even know. Or do you get the cannon still versus Siege? I'm not sure.
I think you might have to like get it because the Marines, if they get too brave and move into range of the cannon, you might pick off 1 or 2, which is helpful. But like 1 cannon is also 1 gate, so...
Oh man, here we go. Yeah, range not quite complete here for Razz, so that's the first real issue.
It's a lot of units from WolFix.
He's got to guard the entrance to these bridges, right? Like he does not want to let these units move across these bridges freely. And here we go. Looks like
you're right. I think you just have to like keep him there, not get him into your side of the map. But I don't think this is the move.
Yeah, see, exactly.
We don't have range yet, so.
Yeah, as soon as Siege completed there, he should have just backed up. But as is, he bleeds a few zealots away.
I wonder
supplies
if he
are very
stim.
close.
I think he just made them medics just to heal. I don't think he have stim.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. The medic was, I mean, doing a good amount of healing though. He does have that cannon we were talking about. Maybe it'll buy a little time. But either way, this is going to be a dead forward gateway, which means he's going to need to make up for it with some more gateways in the main. Turret going down even. Oh no, that was a bad rally on that Dragoon coming out of the gateway. Slow Zealots. It is only 3 siege tanks, but there's even mines now, and
yeah, he can start rebuilding that turret, and he can. Yeah, he's. But the wall is kind of working against Razz right now.
Yeah, it kind of is. Good spreading with the Dragoons and the probes, though. He's really minimizing so much of the the splash damage, and both tanks that are remaining are a little low. Oh no! Oh man!
Yeah, no more mines to drag. Yeah.
Yeah, no more mines to drag. All the probes gone now from the natural here for Razz.
I think you just have to like kind of give up your natural here, or...
Yeah, I think he's got to give it up, and I mean, go what though? Like, WolFix at least doesn't have a natural going for him yet, but he can clearly stabilize out of this. Seen supply advantage now to WolFix. There's only just 3 Dragoons on the map, no observer, no tech really for Razz. Man, those mines. Every single time he's tried to do that today, those mines keep connecting. GG is called there from Razz, and it's actually going to be WolFix moving on with the 2-0 victory over Razz to replay Tarson to see who is going to make it on to round of 16 here.
Kind of surprised in that second game there because I felt Razz, like his build was on point, but just I don't know, hard to tell what went wrong, but good push
I feel
from.
like range was late. I feel like the Dragoon. I mean, it's because the gas steal in the main, right? But maybe if he like hustled and got range out just slightly quicker, that move out across the bridges wouldn't have been possible or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but
Yeah, well, he didn't really like put down any damage as well. He didn't hurt the Marines. He had 3 Marines stuck between his command center and his barrack, but he didn't like. From one angle, you're supposed to be able to hit at least one of them. You can't fit that many Marines between the buildings.
yeah, true.
And then you could have had the probe on the other side, shooting laser beams at that Marines, and you could maybe deny the gas again. And yeah, there's a lot of maybe ifs and buts, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that, WolFix moving on here. Obviously, we have one more match for today, and it's going to be Tarson versus WolFix to see who makes it out in second place in this Group D. Yeah, I'm actually good to cast the next game if you are.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it. All right, as we've been seeing, WolFix and Tarson, both these Polish powerhouse Terrans, stepping up here to see who's going to make it out of Group D. You know, if the first set was any indicator, it was very close, but Tarson did get the advantage at the end of the series, winning it 2-1. But still, they were, you know, from start to finish, close games. WolFix had a good start, actually, taking game number 1 in the previous set. But Tarson just, you know, kind of methodically came back to take it off, and obviously had a very close set as well with Shin. So it's been really playing well today, I'll say.
Yeah, looks like WolFix is warmed up as well.
Yeah, it was a great set versus Razz. You know, pretty solid 2-0 victory there. That's got to feel good going into this final set. So, yeah.
And unfortunately for Razz, he didn't improve his TVP statistics.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
It's still at a 0.
Yeah, yeah. There will be time. It'll be back, I'm sure.
But it's Vermeer, and that's the map WolFix won on, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the map he won on. Yeah, pushing to that high ground in between the mains. Obviously really strong here. We saw a lot of like Stargate play, I feel like, out of WolFix. A little more just factory focused out of Tarson. So interesting to see how this one's going to go. But yeah, both our players are ready to go, folks. So let's jump into game 1 of this TVT between Tarson and WolFix. And spawning top left side of Vermeer as the red Terran, it is Tarson.
And in the bottom right corner, we have WolFix in the elimination match. Whoever gets through here is off to the round of 16. So a lot at stakes.
Yeah, a lot at stake here. Definitely going to be a close series. I kind of expecting another 2-1, just given how the first series went between these two. Yeah.
Maybe we get a split map scenario right now, because previous games we've had them being close to each other, but now it's the first game I think we have cross spawn.
It's going to be tough just because both players, I feel like whenever they've had any position where they win map control, let's say like an engagement has gone well, they have both closed into each other's naturals to try to you know, like basically lock them in very quickly. Like they're not really sitting back at all. They're not really like trying to like say, okay, I'm gonna gentleman's agreement and cut the map in half. They're both just trying to kill each other, at least in the previous set, very quickly. So
Yeah, this
we'll
is
see
not
if
a
that's-
no rush 45-minute game.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, nope, you're only getting your natural. That's it.
But you can see the early advantage of WolFix having that location that he could buffer his mineral path, so his gas was slightly faster than Tarson's. I don't
Okay.
think that factor in that much in the cross spawn because the vulture will still be there when WolFix gets there. But
Yeah, travel
if-
distance and time.
yeah, but if you had known this as WolFix, you can go add-on before the vulture.
Okay. And just start upgrades earlier.
Yeah, you can start the tank earlier. You can skip the first vulture as well.
Okay. Is it
Both
common to
are
go
just-
speed like first then? If you're going like add-on first, then get vulture speed, then follow up with like 2 more factories or something?
Not really that normal because you wouldn't have the factory timing and fast
Okay.
enough. You will just be one fact speed vulture because you will spend it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So it's kind of better to make the first tank and then you have that for the first engagement as well. Like you can put it in the front and then you can add factories later and speed vultures, and you will have that first initial tank to buffer when you first go.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we're seeing Tarson starting to scout towards bottom left side of the map. WolFix does know where his opponent is so far. Early command center from both players. First vulture's underway, so really no difference in these build orders here so far.
Yeah, identical builds, and WolFix sneaks in to see that he's not mining more gas, it's still one factory. And it was blinking for a second vulture, which indicates that you might have to make a second vulture yourself so you don't get overrun.
Here comes that scouting SCV of Tarson. Gonna get picked off here very quickly. Does see the command center and sees vulture count, which is pretty key. You should know, nothing crazy is going on. There's not like 3 vultures at this point or something weird. Yeah.
But it's going to be 3 vultures. Tarson went for the add-on, and you can see that WolFix is kind of going up in supply because they made that extra vulture. Might even be a 4th, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Second and third factory though from Tarson too. Actually, for both. Okay. 3-fact vulture is like a really common timing, right?
Yeah, WolFix have the vulture advantage, so I think as soon as the 4th is out on the map, he was just going to A-move it at. And this is going to take Tarson by surprise.
Oh, but the Marine is the advantage here, and he's actually going to hold this no problem.
This happened in the Dominatrix map as well, that the 3rd vulture of Tarson just came in the nick of time when they had the initial fight.
Ooh, but here we go. This is the timing you were talking about. Another vulture does rally in from Tarson, but I think WolFix got the first in it. Actually, wow, Tarson.
So hurt. I think you're going to get it.
It's very close. Barely gets it away. Looks like the barracks landing at the natural here of WolFix. Just trying to block off tanks, I guess.
Yeah, also the rallies from the vultures. Normally you block off and then you attack with your own vultures, while the opponent just gets 1 and 1 out. Looks like speed is done for Tarson.
Yeah, and he's not... and the factories aren't queued up, but they could be making more vultures. A little bit of a misstep in production there for Tarson. But he will get these... Oh, nope, he should have just gone in. I think he would have got him. How many vultures does it take to one-shot a vulture?
Like 10, I think?
Okay, 10. It's getting pretty close.
Usually you just like shift-click when you attack the SCVs. Normally you have to like... You don't get 10 vultures hit one perfect. So you're gonna have
they take up so much space. Yeah.
You're gonna have to have like 2 volleys. So then you just have to like be really on point with your target firing, so you don't waste a second volley full on the vultures.
Wow, the wall really working against Tarson here, but still, I think he traded that pretty well. Yep, another rallying vulture coming in as well. I want to say Tarson definitely got the better end of that engagement.
Yeah, WolFix's vultures kind of ran into his vultures before shooting.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like it. Still, it was a close trade. Like it wasn't a throw or anything from WolFix. Neither player
really
taking
up in gas. He's been mining on 3 gas for quite some time, while WolFix just have 1 on his gas. 2.
It looks like, yeah, 2 on gas actually for Tarson, but now WolFix does fix that as you say it. So now he's back to mining 3 on gas again. But yeah, this is 5 factory vultures here from Tarson, just rallying.
Yeah, Tarson has 5 factories faster than WolFix. So the supply is really close, but WolFix is up in workers.
Here we go, big timing now from Tarson. I feel like he should have waited for those few other vultures to get here, but he says
these engagements are so hard. I usually be like, I will beat Tarson in this scenario and think like, yeah, I'm winning, and then all of a sudden I'm like, where are my vultures?
Wow, big win actually there from WolFix to kind of swing this.
Like I thought it looked like Tarson had it, like he had a better angle, and WolFix vultures were running towards him again.
Yeah, I thought so too. But oh wow, another big engagement here from Tarson. It's just so even, right? If theoretically, if both these players are playing like identical builds perfectly, they shouldn't be leaving the center of the map. Like anytime you get closer to your opponent's rally, you're just going to trade less effective or whatever. But
6th factory from WolFix.
Tarson is not turning around, man. Still 2 on gas, just stacking Vespian, not using it, and pumping out additional vultures here.
Yeah, I don't think you need gas. Like when you know your opponent is going mass vultures, you just have to like match his vultures.
But he's not even getting mines. Isn't that weird? Like, isn't it worth? I know that mines aren't going to do anything vulture versus vulture, but don't you still want like the vision and stuff? Huge surround by Tarson, it looks like.
I'm not sure how much Tarson is focus firing. It looked like he's just shooting, but he came out on top on that match.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. He's now pushing in here. A few more vultures rallying in. Looks like he barely has the numbers advantage.
Yeah, this is where you start panicking as WolFix. Like, if you had invested in 1 tank, you hold off this really easy.
Yeah, but instead he's, I guess, just playing a little riskier. It's only 4 vultures left now here for WolFix. SCV's having to join the fight. And yeah, now, I mean, WolFix did have SCV count advantage, but now it looks like Tarson barely ahead for now. SCV pull from the natural. Does have a tank that you were talking about, and now it's high ground versus low ground. So Tarson will trade inefficiently if he keeps trying to shoot this tank up the ramp. But as we say that, mine's completing now for Tarson in just the perfect moment. It's really going to be annoying. It's really going to delay this natural expansion here now for WolFix, and just constant reinforcement from
We'll
Tarson.
just deal quite a lot of DPS on a tank as well when you have the numbers.
He definitely dove that a little too hard. Yeah, does manage to save it, and Tarson got quite a few vultures kind of shaved off there. He's just plant a bunch of mines, just mine the entire mineral line, everywhere outside this natural.
There's still the same amount of SCVs actually, so WolFix is catching up, but of course this denied a lot of mining time, and Tarson behind this is taking a 3rd.
Yes, yeah, very true. There we go. SCV's finally rallying back to that natural. We see a good 15 supply advantage here from Tarson now. I guess the only thing WolFix has going for him is he has started making that transition to siege tanks, to Goliaths. So, theoretically, I don't think Tarson should really keep engaging too much more. I mean, especially with that tank, there's so many mines out here. But actually, both tanks will siege up, and yes, Tarson forced to sit back. Does pick off a Goliath for his troubles, but is still in the better position. Oh,
Yeah.
he's got to re-rally those factories.
WolFix has scans, so he cleared out a lot of those mines, but you can see there's a lot of red outside of WolFix right now, and he just don't have the vulture numbers to be running around.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't. And Tarson's doing a great job trying to cut off any escape exits for those vultures of WolFix.
And he didn't have like the mine set up, like you said, so Tarson can just rally down siege tanks right now and put up a big concave.
Oh, is he rallying into those mines? I think those are maybe tanks of Tarson being rallied into.
Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was.
I don't like WolFix's siege placement. Like all of the series, they feel like so clumped up.
No.
I don't like Tarson's scouting tanks either, but
yeah, the scouting tanks are a little tough. It's yeah, that's kind of rough to deal with. He has such an advantage right now, and it's slowly being whittled down. Still, faster third base, already secured the gas at it. You know, those tank numbers are starting to grow here for Tarson, but yeah, I wonder how many tanks he's lost into that rally, because I think that's been going on for more than we thought.
Looks like WolFix is getting ready to go. Like he's thinking, enough is enough. I can't let you stay here anymore.
I think he might break him. Yeah. Okay. Does get the first tank.
Yeah, 1 for 1. This is 2.
So trade going in Tarson's favor slightly, but no.
Yeah, it's a better line for Tarson, so he gets more volleys off than WolFix did. Could try to stabilize and go for a 4th here.
Yeah, it looks like that's the case. Even has vultures in position to clear out Tarson's vultures. And once this group of vultures sneaks out, that could be a problem here for Tarson as far as taking economy damage. But actually, it looks like 4 tanks rallying in at just the right time. Will scan and clear these mines. It's now a race to try to get in position to defend mid-right here for WolFix. But it looks like he's just barely going to be able to do so.
And that's great position for Tarson to get up on the high ground. I think he's going to clean this up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Looks like he's going to. Wow, does get the tank as well. Oh, there's a Wraith.
I feel like in TVT, one of the hardest things is to actually realize how good of a position you're in. So it's easy for us to see that even though the supplies are quite even, Tarson might have a slight advantage right now. But as the player, you don't really know that, so you don't really know when to pull the trigger and just go for it.
This is definitely him pulling the trigger and going for it here. A lot of tanks from WolFix, but the Vulture's doing a good job just kind of soaking up hits. It looks at least that WolFix has managed to push his wall forward, but I don't think he's going to be engaging any more of these siege tanks from Tarson.
Huge splash there from WolFix's tanks. And now we can secure his 4th base, and he has the Wraiths.
It's actually up in supply.
4 add-ons for Tarson, so that's a lot of siege tanks coming out.
Yeah, it looks like WolFix is up in supply for the first time this game, though. So definitely an indicator of a swing a little bit here.
Yeah, he even outs the worker count as well. Like, oh, he just lost 10. Must have been a big volley from the siege tank.
Yeah, I think it was just rallying into that 4th base here. Tarson's tanks are just barely in position to get some shots off against anything that's going inside mid-right base.
Yeah, it's still a tough position for WolFix. Like, I feel like he might even need 2 starports to be able to rack up dropships fast enough.
This could be something, though. I like how he's able to sneak these vultures out of the contain here, finally. I was thinking he was going to push into maybe the natural or 12 o'clock, but looks like he's just content with spreading around the map and doing some scouting with them for now. And actually, they're not going to do much. They're actually just going to get completely captured over here by this small force of from Tarson. So
yeah,
big
I'm
pick
not
up there.
sure how much WolFix map awareness is either, because like we mentioned earlier, we don't have in-game sounds, so we don't hear any scans go off. So it's hard to know how much he's scanning. I think WolFix's chance right now is to pull more of his units. Oh, okay, 6 tanks there now. Maybe drop some SCVs, carpet bomb those siege tanks, get the high ground, and slowly try to move up towards north on the map.
Yeah, that would be nice. Try to maybe prevent Tarson from securing top right, because it's exactly like you just said. He is completely contained and secured to 4 bases right now. This cannot continue if this game goes on, or Tarson will just starve him as he's been doing. So you gotta pull the trigger at some point, whether it's top right, bottom left. He's going to need to break this contain, and Tarson is banking on it.
Yeah, and those gases on those natural, I think on the 3rd natural only have 3,000 gas. I think though, and 3 o'clock.
Oh
yeah.
So looks like WolFix was breaking out, as you said. Used a dropship full of SCVs to do some, much needed splash damage on this tank line, and that will allow WolFix to completely move out here. However, mid right completely exposed here. It's only 4 tanks to WolFix's name, and that's a heavy majority of WolFix's mining so far. Looks like WolFix trying to get in position to maybe go ahead and resecure this. There at least is still, no damage being dealt to mid right from Tarson, but the potential is there. And yes, dropship going to be unloading some SCVs on this siege tank line. Wraith coming in to help out as well. And
there's so many tanks there. Yeah, I would have maybe tried to siege up 2 siege tanks at the 3 o'clock position, but these SCVs are doing a lot of work.
Yeah, they just cleaned up like 4 or 5 tanks somehow. That was crazy. So, wow.
+2 not on the way for WolFix. Already done for Tarson, so
yeah, that's a big upgrade here. And wow, very well done here from Tarson. Doesn't even need a siege tank in mid right. He's just got to slip some vultures through. Forces the engagement. Now WolFix forced to react, trade a few more units in there. 3 more siege tanks as well coming in.
With the +2 for Tarson, it's going to be hard for WolFix to push in. And you can see the natural is almost mined out, main is mined out, so if he loses 3 o'clock, he will be just on 1 base mining versus 5.
Already, you see, like, there's not a lot of SCVs to begin with mid-right, and they're just slowly being dwindled down. Here we go, big movement from WolFix to the center of the map. That is a lot of blue siege tanks, but actually just really nice recovery here from Tarson, moving tanks from mid-left to help, with this assault here. But at least for now, WolFix going to secure this high ground near the 12 o'clock expansion.
It's funny to see how he actually managed to get up on that high ground. It looked like he was going to get boxed in and lose all of his tanks, but I think this might be it for the remaining tanks outside on the map. But the left side of the map is still open though, so you can see WolFix is trying to secure the 6 o'clock location and play it out, but he needs to get a +2 as well, or else he will lose every tank battle.
A lot of vultures now from WolFix trying to clean up this SCV line mid-left. And yeah, this is some significant kills at this point. Yes, he is losing these vultures, but not before, preventing so much mining, killing off a lot of these workers, trying to bait these tanks into walking into mines, but fortunately Tarson not doing that. Still, he's making the game chaotic, which, I think he needs to do. Taking 6 o'clock as well, very solid idea here from WolFix.
These attacks are so hard when you don't have the +1, but luckily Tarson didn't have that much set up right there, so he's able to clean it up on the left side, but more reinforcements are coming. And you have the vision as well with the floating barrack. Ooh.
Yeah,
And
good vision from that barracks. Actually, maybe a little bit of an overstep here from Tarson. I think he's just losing a few too many units to these siege tanks, but I guess he does clean a couple more of them up. It's at least going to give WolFix the ability to transfer SCVs here.
He plummeted there in supply. You can see it's 145 versus 94. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, we can see that Tarson is in great position, but he doesn't really know that. That's so hard to break a tank line, really. But as long as WolFix doesn't have +2, Tarson can just pretty much bully him as much as he wants, I think.
Good scans now coming down to the 6 o'clock location. Tarson wants to make sure he's not walking into any mines. Clearly setting up for some more pressure on this additional base for WolFix. WolFix, though, he's set up with 4 tanks, you know, in a pretty good spot. Looks like more rallying from his natural here. Oh, wow, 2 dropships now, though. That could be the game changer here. And GG is called from WolFix, so wow, very, very well done there from Tarson, man. Looked very solid.
He never put his foot off the gas. Just kept rallying down vultures and boxing WolFix. So
yeah,
great game from Tarson right there.
Yeah, very solid match. He's clearly playing, I mean, out of his mind today. He's looked very solid in each and every single game. You know, with that, though, will be WolFix's map choice here. So, you know, at least he'll be able to kind of take over the game on his terms, maybe play a map or a style that he would prefer to do TVT. But yeah, you know, it was kind of funny. We got to see them basically do mirrored builds with the 3 fact vultures early on. It felt like even from the start, though, Tarson was just getting a little better of the trades in that vulture versus vulture battle. So maybe time for WolFix to kind of change things up and go back to like fact port style or something like that.
Yeah, it did work out for him in the earlier games. He did a lot of damage with the rates, so
yeah, he absolutely did. Yeah, the cloaked wraiths timings seem to be very like pestering, I guess, to Tarson's economy, and you know, kind of caught him off guard more than once. So might be a good option here. But
yeah, I'm not sure. This might also be Tarson's first round in the Pro League, so you can definitely see that he's meaning business and he deserves his place to be there.
Yeah, he absolutely does. But yeah, we'll have to see what WolFix ends up choosing here. And actually, it's going to be Dominator. Solid 3-player map. You know, I always mention the low ground main versus high ground naturals because I know that's so key for a lot of Terran matchups, TVT being no exception to that. But yeah, looks like our players are ready to go, folks. So let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 here. Tarson versus WolFix on Dominator. And spawning top left side of Dominator as the blue Terran, we have WolFix.
Ooh. And in the bottom, on the right side of the map, we have Tarson, 1 game away from making it into final 16 of the Pro League. And WolFix is definitely up to make it harder for him.
Now yeah, what could this be? Huh. I guess just 8 racks in the center?
Imagine if the center wasn't buildable right now, like we talked about earlier.
I wish we could see the face cam of WolFix just crying into his keyboard as his barracks won't build. I guess it is.
6-rack is fixed 6-rack is really strong though. It makes it a lot harder for Tarson to hold it off. And we have seen Tarson doing a forward rack as well in the previous games.
Yeah, we definitely have. But, you know, unfortunately for him, not this game. If you're WolFix here and you're going 6 racks, this is exactly what I was saying. Like, if you have your natural held by your opponent, especially on this map, TVT, what can you do? Like, if WolFix gets a bunker with like a few Marines above Tarson's nat, like ramp, I don't know how you win. I don't know if you can.
No, I don't think so. If you can get the bunker up, I do think WolFix might need a second SCV to go with this. Like, I think he needs to commit, because if you lose, you like, this is do or die. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he agrees with you too. Even sending 2 more SCVs. 2 Marines already completed. 3rd one rallied in. We do have the first Marine from Tarson out, but I mean, I don't even know if WolFix is going to move into the main with these first Marines. He might just sit on the ramp.
In the previous games, he has only made 1 Marine and then lifted off his rack.
Oh no. Barracks going to barely get a glimpse of what's coming. Sees 2 Marines, immediately pulls that Marine around. We'll see if he gets a bunker in his main or what the option here is going to be.
It's time to see how strong SCVs are right now.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the SCV on outside of his map, able to drill on a mineral.
Oh, true. Yeah, he doesn't have vision. He could have got vision of that mineral inside the 3rd. But anyways, yeah, these Marines are just doing too much damage here for WolFix.
More SCVs are coming as now it drills.
Yeah, good drill. This is a lot of Marines. Still 5 Marines up here. Barracks or bunker isn't going to be able to complete here, but actually 2 more SCVs moving in.
Yeah.
So
I think Tarson did it.
Did he? No way.
Bunker's out.
Oh yeah, he did. The bunker's not done. Oh, if that bunker completed and that Marine walked into it, it might have been a different story.
Now we need the face cam of WolFix.
He at least is up in workers somehow. But yeah, this is
Oh, he could have killed an extra one with it. I'm actually pretty surprised WolFix trying to play this out, because he sent a lot of SCVs.
Yeah,
but
he really did.
Get the bunker up and just prevent the vulture for running by. But he can just run by. No.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to too. Marines trying to retreat to it. We see a pretty scarcely mining main from WolFix. Both players at such low worker counts at this point. I mean, Vulture's 2-shot bio, so WolFix gonna have to be. Oh, he actually gets the surround on it? That's crazy.
He has another one, or he can just run in and do the same again.
Yeah, this could be big damage here. Marines just, that's not the play. You don't want to shoot the bunker.
Yeah, GG.
But yeah, GG is called there, and Tarson actually going to take a really quick 2-0 win in that TVT series versus WolFix. So very well done. I think WolFix had the right idea. I just think he never even needed to like really engage in the main, right? Like, what if he just made the bunker on the high ground, like outside the net? I don't know.
Yeah, well, you'll still be kind of stuck on the ramp though, just waiting for the siege tank to come out, because you didn't have the gas. You didn't have the gas follow up, so you have to like hurt his economy, and it was doing that, but somehow the SCVs just killed off his Marines so fast, because it was 4 Marines versus 1. And that died pretty quickly.
It did die pretty quickly. Yeah. I remember our Tosis used to always call them linebackers in Nyoken, because they're just so big compared to all the other workers, like early on. 60 HP, man. And repair, they're so strong. So, yeah, poor...
the game is too unbalanced.
Yeah, Blizzard, come on. What are you doing? Fix this. I'm just kidding.
SCV's down to 40 health.
Yep, that should be the next change. Yep, let's get a balance council together. Oh man. Anyways, really well done there from Tarson. No surprise, he's been playing so well today. You know, he definitely deserves to move on to the round of 16, as well as Zin, our Chinese Protoss players. So hats off to those two. And yeah, we will be seeing more of them later on in BSL19. But yeah, I guess before we call it today, we definitely would like to thank all of our supporters, all of our Patreon supporters. Obviously, Liquid Nazgul and Liquid Steve are at the top of the list here for a reason. They've both been around the Broodwar scene for many, many years. Big fans and big supporters, obviously, of BSL and everything StarCraft. So definitely want to give a special thank you and a shout out to both those men. At the Wolf of Wall Street $200 a month level, we have Andrew. At the Bombastic General level, $100 a month, we have My Fleeting Dream. $50 a month level. At Bombastic Colonel, we have Striker. At the Major Plus Plus level, $30 a month, we have Tim and Tupacalypse. At the $20 a month level, we have Yu Jang, Madinho, Steven Robertson, KJ Streaming Channel, Daniel Lopez, LML, Nicholas Schuler, and Scheming Gypsy. And thank you all, supporters, big and small. Like, every donation goes so far to continue BSL and continue foreign StarCraft year over year. And yeah, we're back, man. We're back in BSL season 19. So couldn't have done it without your all support. So thank you very much. And yeah, I guess that's it for us today, man. Madinho, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure casting with you, dude. Let everyone know if you got anything to say.
No, thank you for the kind words, and likewise, I hope we get to cast maybe next weekend together again.
For sure, man.
Also, like, a big thanks to Zero for keep fighting on to this tournament and finding those sponsors.
Yeah, so tough to do, man. But he's managed to do it for us all, for so many seasons now. So, yep. Special hats off to Zero. As always, I'm Machine. Thank you all for having me. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, week over week. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you next weekend for some additional BSL 19 action. So we'll see you all then. Peace.
Is the name of a dance we do down Johannesburg way.
Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać, rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański. To terran ma narzędzia do tworzenia pomyłek. Rozkładam taneczki, zabijam obsa. Przeciwnik gra w ciemno, zgaduje. Dobry teran nie zgaduje. Musisz się otworzyć naprawdę i wtedy zrozumiesz. Otworzyć się naprawdę, Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać, rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański. Urojenia teramajdalne, lekarz kazał przytakiwać chłopakom jak majaczą. Ale nie, no powiem tak, to niesamowite, że teranie wszystko wygrywają i ktoś jeszcze ich majacze nie traktuje poważnie. Zjeść ciastko i mieć ciastko, poświęcać ulty na haras i wygrywać na środku. Musisz się otworzyć naprawdę i wtedy zrozumiesz. Otworzyć się naprawdę. Prawda jest taka, jak już umiesz w pozycję grać, rzucać stany, otwiera się next level terański.